Well, I'll talk about it later on the show. There's this new one that I just found about today.
Very nice.
And it's free to play.
Oh,
Or it's going to be.
I
when
like it
comes
free to play.
out. Right.
All right, everybody. We're about to go live with episode whatever this is. In 3, 2, 1. Yo, 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 and hello and welcome to GameSpeak Podcast. New episodes go for free feed subscribers every Wednesday in audio format on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast platforms, as well as in video format on YouTube so you can see us in stunning HD. Where we need you to hit subscribe and click that notification bell. We are streaming live every Monday at 7:50 p.m. CST on twitch.tv/GameSpeakPodcast and Facebook.com/group/GameSpeakPodcast if you want to catch the show as it happens before anyone else. Be sure to go ahead and join our ever-growing community in the GameSpeak Podcast Discord at dsc.gg/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games, battle and catch Pokemon, get show updates, find friends to play games with, and so much more. This show is 3 BFFs bringing you the hottest video game news of the week. I'm one of your hosts, Jamel Al-Jafra, alongside Brent Bass and Devin Mayer.
Well, hello.
Hello.
It's just like the most, like, it's like all this hype. There's like, ha.
Hi. I'm Paul.
I missed that. I missed that outro. What was that on?
That was Jimmy Neutron.
It was Jimmy Neutron.
The
Yeah.
little
I'm
three-eyed
Paul.
chimp that like
Yeah.
pops out of the bushes. Hi, I'm Paul.
Good old Jimmy Neutron.
Dude, that was like some of the worst CG ever. Like, but like just going back, like go back and watch it, and it's almost like demonic looking. Like
It
just
worked for its time and budget.
at the time it was great, but I'm saying you go back now, like with everything we've seen, you know,
Yeah.
in the future, and
When did Jimmy Neutron air, though?
it was like
Oh.
2002.
a long
like
time ago, and
super-
it wasn't as long. I think we talked about this before on the podcast. It didn't air for as long as we thought. Remember,
No.
it was a very short airing.
Yeah.
There was only like 2 or 3 seasons.
I have some fond memories of Jimmy Neutron.
Freaking love, yeah.
2002, dude. I was right on
Well,
the
in
fucking
my
nose.
big ass head, kid,
You know,
like
dude, I watched The Matrix a few days ago, and it's just holds up so well. Like,
Yeah.
The
like,
Matrix is a perfect film
It's such a
from front to back.
well-made movie. Like the
first one or the
CG is-
trilogy?
just the first one is what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. But the CG is
Yeah.
incredible. I mean, it came out in 1999, I think. Like,
did it come out in 99?
think about
The
Jimmy Neutron, which came out 3 years later.
Oh, yeah.
Then think about the incredible film, The
Yeah,
Matrix.
but I don't know if they were trying to, you know,
Look,
stand up
they're
to
not
the
com-
Matrix.
This is before. You also got
I'm
to take
just
into
saying-
effect, like, this is before shows got big budgets like
I'm just
Netflix.
saying that's
Yeah.
how impressive the animations are in The Matrix.
I imagine like the writers and creators of Jimmy Neutron sitting down, like, we have to be better than the Matrix.
We have to at least be on par.
Yeah,
They're like watching the scene where the helicopter blows up the building. They're like, fuck.
they make
dodging.
Carl right then. That's when they first come up with Carl. Gene. No, but
Like,
like,
even the part where like the robots are flying out in the Matrix and like coming into the
Oh, the
ship and shit, like
Sentinels,
that shit
yeah.
is fucking next level. Like, damn.
oh,
It
dude.
was ahead of its time.
Not just, dude. That movie's a masterpiece. #1 movie of all time. The
So
Matrix.
Of all
good.
time?
Of all,
I
for
mean,
me,
it's great.
I
at
think
I
so
love
too.
it.
Honestly, it's got to at least be in the conversation.
At least
You
for
know
it
what
to-
I mean?
yeah.
Like,
top 3. Like, when's the last time you watched the first Matrix movie?
It was right before the one was about to come out. That newest one,
That
I didn't
new
even,
one's
which I'd never even
terrible.
finished. I got halfway through and I fell asleep.
Me
yeah,
too.
I need to watch it.
It's so
I've
bad.
been wanting to. You know, I don't know, man.
There's no Morpheus.
The Matrix hits
There's, like,
different every time I
Metamorpheus.
watch it. You know what I mean? Like every segment of my life, I watch The Matrix. You know, maybe like once every 5 years or something. You know, and it's just I find something new I like about it.
Yeah,
you
I-
know what I mean? Like,
I got through the first and second, and meant to watch the third before that new one came out, and I don't think I got through the third. But the first one's great, obviously. Second one, I like the second one a lot, just because they ramped up the action like over the top.
second one has cool moments, but I feel like it just the way the first one ends. The second one just doesn't make any sense. You know, he should be like just flying into all the Agent Smiths and exploding them. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
he's
like,
literally like Goku at this point.
like why
Yeah.
isn't he just like just telepathically destroying all the Agent Smiths at that one fight scene? Like, is he just doing all this for fun? Is the whole point of the Matrix 2 just he's having fun?
Maybe
You know
it's
what
just
I mean?
taxing, and he can. I don't know.
I don't
It's
even
not
remember
taxing
what the
because
Matrix 2 is
Do you
about.
think that's air you're breathing, Neo? Like, there is no taxing. It's all just a computer program, and he totally isn't.
Taxing of the mind.
Yeah, but isn't it that Neo can somewhat like he starts being able to use his powers outside of the Matrix? Like there's some weird
With
shit going
the
on.
robots, right? In
Yeah.
the third one, he does some weird shit.
Like he basically becomes the one in like the real world, but then it's like
That's after they take his eyes out or something, right? Like,
see,
I
it's
can't
getting
remember.
too far. Like,
See, 3 got a little weird. You know, like
Yeah.
2, I could follow it. It's like, okay, there's like a multiverse kind of thing going on. You got this weird
Yeah.
dude with all the doors, the oracles in the bench somewhere. It was trippy, and I liked 2 for what it was. It wasn't as good as 1. But yeah, 3 just went too far with it, dude. That was just.
and I say this every time I talk about the Matrix, but there's not a wasted moment in the
Not
first
at
Matrix
all.
movie.
In the very first one, every line.
It's a wild ride from start to finish.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so
Every
good.
single line,
Every monologue,
it means something. Like
and
from
they do just
front
the
to
right
back.
amount of explanation. Like they
Yeah.
fucking like you could go into that movie completely unaware of like what the Matrix is, the concept behind it all.
Well, I
and
mean,
it-
everybody did when they first went.
exactly, but they explain it perfectly. It's not like it's convoluted or like by the time like the Morpheus breaks it all down for Neo, you know what I mean? By the time they're in the white room and he's like showing him on the TV like the world as it is today, like you're like holy shit, you know? It's like it's blowing your mind just as much as Neo's fucking freaking out. He's like take me out of here, you know? Like it's fucking
The Matrix is the best live action anime film ever made. That's what it is. It's just an
Basically.
anime, like, but they just made it somehow without making it into animation.
I really like the scene where Keanu Reeves wakes up in the tank and he's bald and like fucking he's get hooked up to all
As
the
a kid, that shit
Hellraiser
always fucked
cords
with me.
and
I was
shit.
just like, oh my
that,
God.
that shit was fucking filmed so well,
Yeah.
bro.
They
Like,
got, like,
the set for
flushed
that,
through the little
the
chute and
fucking,
everything.
Like,
Yeah.
everything about that was just fucking next level.
just human
like,
batteries, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh fuck.
Bro, and
That
also,
could happen to
you
us.
watch it back, like there's before you even understand what's going on. She's like pulls the gun on him. She's like, "Shut up, Copper Top," you know, like he's a fucking battery. Like I don't know, it's like things you don't catch the first time around, kind of thing, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Every time.
Man,
Yeah.
what a tangent. How did we even...
I don't know.
It's Game Speak Podcast, dude. At the beginning, this is how we do it.
Always random as hell.
Yeah.
Always the Matrix.
So
It's always the Matrix.
The glitch in the Matrix.
What'd you boys do this week?
Oh, not much. I watched the UFC fights this week. That was fun.
Oh, yeah, John Jones
Yeah.
finally
He's
came
back.
back, right? That was his first fight back?
Yeah,
After like 3 years or
Mhm.
so.
And, like, first round submission?
it was so fast.
I didn't see it.
I didn't watch it either, but my brother was telling me, like, he called me before it was going to happen, and I was like, watch, dude, he's going to lose. I was like, this is going to be his first time losing. You know, it's
Nah.
I've been telling everybody because the thing is, okay, I won't go too far into it.
I'm about to say, we know you can go on a rant
but
for,
the
like,
dude who
ever.
just lost basically got out wrestled the fight before this, and John Jones is like a national level wrestler, so
Oh,
it
okay.
only makes sense.
Well,
that
I was
he
just
would-
thinking because he hasn't fought in 3 years, maybe he's going to get in there, and, like, he's going to not be, you know, up to par,
Yeah,
you know.
Did
but
he move up to heavyweight for this one?
yeah,
Yeah.
Was it?
he
Okay.
gained like 50 pounds. It's crazy.
He
like,
just he just won the fucking belt, right?
yeah, he's the
it.
champ now.
So
Oh,
of
shit. Who did
two
he
different,
No,
is it
he,
two different?
he
ones?
left 205 because you can't jump back and forth between heavyweight and 205. So he vacated 205 and gained like 50 pounds.
No. I was saying he's got multiple like he's
Yeah,
the
he,
champion.
He used to be the 205 champ.
Oh,
So
okay,
Now
okay.
he's the 20 or what's like 2.
You can't jump back and forth and defend the title.
You could, but like he'd have to get down to 205 every time he had to go defend lightweight. And
Oh, so he just
light
kinda left it.
heavyweight, and he couldn't be competitive at heavyweight at 205. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So yeah, he kind of just vacated.
Damn. Well,
Now there's a guy named Jamal Hill who's the champion of.
yeah,
light
it's not
heavyweight.
me at all.
I
I just been like
in
secretly.
in case y'all were confused.
Yeah, my name's Jamel. No, you watch
Just in
it.
case you were wondering if I was the champ.
You watch it. It looks exactly like me, but his name is Jamal. So everyone's like, "Oh, it's not him." Switch it. It's my
Isn't
alter
that
ego.
guy from
Jamel
Games
just
Beat
takes
Podcast?
off the glasses and he's
Yeah.
Jamal now.
You're like, holy fuck, it was him the whole time.
Some Clark Kent shit.
No, I did. I listened to the like the people from Ned's Declassified. I never really watched that show, but apparently
I loved that show back in the day.
they all came back together to make a podcast. I guess because they were trying to bring the show back. I guess like a Fuller House situation, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, I heard
Because
about that.
I feel like not enough people watch that show, but and so they were like, well, we'll just do a podcast instead. It was really weird to hear them all talking. And they all sound exactly the same almost. But
The one main character, his name is Devin in real life.
yeah, is
Fun
that why
fact.
you watched it?
Huh? No, I just thought that was as a kid, I was like, hey, his name's Devin too, and it's spelled the same way. I don't know.
Very interesting to hear them at like this like C tier cast of people like coming back and doing
What is
their
there?
podcast.
What is it about again?
Just
or
them-
is it just random?
No, they're like watching the show. They're like, I guess they're talking about each episode basically and like the behind the
Oh.
scenes and all that stuff. And it's
Okay.
really weird, but also more so just like how things have been since the show. It's weird
I
to
mean,
hear
I
these,
hadn't
like,
seen any of those actors in anything.
yeah,
so-
exactly. So it's like them just be like, life is hard. Like they're like, we were these like up and comers. We were super cocky because we thought, that's it. We're the stars of a Nickelodeon show. It's all uphill from here.
I also failed to realize they were child actors.
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf left them all behind, bro.
Yeah,
you know?
dude. Shia LaBeouf was already like way past them at that time. Like Shia LaBeouf was like level fucking whatever 9,000 at that point.
I feel like
Now
Shia
he's
LaBeouf
just
got
fucking
lucky as fuck
dipping,
with
dude.
Transformers. Like.
You call that lucky? I feel like he's honestly a really good actor.
No, I'm not saying he's a bad actor. I'm just saying like he got a big break with Transformers. Like
To-
that was
to
a
make
huge,
that
That was
transition.
a huge movie,
Yeah.
and like it really skyrocketed his fucking career.
Well, and that's
he
a
was
lot
in
of the,
Holes. He was in.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
You-
like he-
Holes was Holes before Transformers.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Way
of course.
before.
Yeah, okay.
No,
Sorry.
he was 12 in Transformers.
He was 12 in Holes.
Yeah, dude, he was like a little kid.
I don't.
mean, it was
there's
a long-
No way he was 12.
Yeah, he was. I swear he was. Hold
Wow.
on. We got to
He
figure this
wasn't
out.
even 12 in Even Stevens, bro.
Oh,
Like,
dude, he was like a child in Even Stevens.
Probably 12.
he was probably 12.
No, he was younger than that.
All right, Holes was 2003. How old is Shia
How old
LaBeouf?
is Shia? Yeah.
Why are we looking? Game speak.
Look,
Okay,
we're
he was
bringing you the
16.
important
He
stuff.
was 16
when
in
they did
Holes.
Holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I didn't think 12, but
I thought he was like 12, but
a lot of child actors
Okay,
have
they made him up to look younger than he actually was. I mean, that was he was meant to be younger. in
like
the-
13 or
yeah.
something because it was like a troubled youth camp he got sent to in Holes.
mhm.
so I want to know how old he was in Even Stevens then, because I always
Younger-
thought he was like 12
Younger than
or like younger than
that
12.
was even
I mean,
Stevens was before Holes, or like and kind of during, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
It was
never really watched
before-
that show.
It was before Holes, like significantly.
that is so crazy, dude.
How old was he in Even Steven?
It doesn't say. They don't have his
Oh.
age.
Yeah, we'd have to do
the
some
math,
math
and I'm
and-
not going
Yeah,
to sit
yeah,
here and do it.
that's
It's
a
just
I'm not
simple
doing
math.
all that.
It's beyond us.
Yeah,
It's fucking-
But the crazy thing is like Shia LaBeouf is a phenomenal actor. Like,
oh yeah, he's great. He's great.
even that dude from The Walking Dead, but he was also in some other stuff. He played the Punisher. What's his name?
Oh, John Bernthal.
Yeah, he said like he's never seen an actor like Shia LaBeouf before. Like whenever he worked on Fury with him, and he was just like, oh, this guy's insane. Like he's really good. But coming from him, I'm like, oh, okay. If he's saying it, then
Yeah,
it's gotta be
that's a
high praise.
Yeah.
That guy's a really great actor in my opinion, but not Shia LaBeouf, but
John
Bernthal.
yeah.
John Bernthal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, what are we even fucking talking?
I don't
about?
know. We tried to
How
talk
did we
about
get-
what we were doing that week.
Oh, we were talking about Ned's Declassified.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah,
I
yeah,
listened to
you were
that.
listening to that.
Interesting podcast. That's all I got to say. It's just weird. It's more like a nostalgia thing. It'd be like if all the voice actors from SpongeBob got together and made a podcast. Like
I'd watch the hell out of that.
I would listen to that. Like if they did like audio versions of SpongeBob or something. Like dude, or behind the scenes, please give me that.
Yeah,
I
that'd
want
be
that.
cool.
Anyways, go ahead. Brett, what'd
That's
you?
pretty much it. That's
Wait,
it.
what did you-
I haven't done much.
You didn't really.
I watched the fight. I worked a lot.
Nice.
Uh,
Yeah. I did some
A
overtime
lot of
as well.
work.
I do got to mention one thing. I feel like this is podcast worthy. I've been like babysitting my nephew, and he likes to sorry to my sister because she doesn't want him watching it, but Coco Melon. He's like obsessed with this show called Coco Melon.
God.
It's like a Netflix created show. Now, every time we get on the like Netflix Kids or whatever, there's all these like recommended, and they're all just like spin-offs of Coco Melon, like the same animation. And like every time he's like, I want this one, and he knows it by name. So there's like Coco Melon, Little Angel, something BNF or something, like this just weird ass shit, and it gets weirder and weirder. It's almost like AI generated like kids cartoons, but it's like crack for them.
It hits like all the little attention grabbers for like small children.
Every episode is these weird, like soulless, like 3D animated character, like baby things.
Oh God, I feel like I need to watch some.
But
of
they're
this
doing
just to
enough
see
things to just captivate the attention of like toddlers
Is
and
there
stuff.
like any kind of like?
It's a song from
all
the
nonsense,
very
or is it-
beginning to the very end. Like they sing everything. There's no talking.
I heard if you play the songs in reverse, it's like a demonic message or something. Dude, there's
like,
weird conspiracy with Coco Melons, right?
Yeah, there's lots of
conspiracies.
But now I get why people are making these conspiracy theories, because the kid will just stand there like
it's like brainwashing.
and
it's crazy.
Oh
they're
my
just
God.
like they come out and they're like singing and dancing, and they're just like babies or whatever. It's like if you took the Rugrats, made them 3D, and made no plot, just made them sing from from beginning to end.
It's horrifying.
It's terrifying, dude.
I need to see this.
And,
Hold on.
but like kids love it, and like so like I've noticed every single show, even though they're completely different shows with different names, are the exact same thing. There's one called like Little Crybabies, there's one called Little Angel, one called Coco Melon, one called blah blah blah. Anyway, so like in every show they just have like a different outfit, but like it's the same like three babies,
Animation.
yeah, same animation, all that shit. And then like it'll randomly in the middle of the show, it'll put them on like some kind of platform. Like on the Crybaby ones, they'll like stand up on like this wooden platform, and then the other one they stand on some rocks or whatever, and then they just get in this like three baby dance formation, and they just do these dumbass TikTok dances like to the songs, and then they just go right back to whatever the story was, singing along. And I'm like, what is happening?
Dude, I can see why parents are concerned about that shit though.
Like, what is
Because
happening?
it's got to be like just mind numbing. Just
I
it's
feel
not
like I need
promoting.
to see this. Like, it's so fucking. The way you're describing it, like.
I feel like Netflix just has Chat GPT writing up the script, and then
Make
like
the perfect baby show.
yeah, and then they throw like some AI music maker on it, and then they just put it out, and then they just rake in millions. Like, it's insane, dude.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If I were to have a kid, I'd want him or her watching some like stimulating, like something to like promote like thinking and problem solving.
Yeah.
Yeah, well now they
Or
have
shit, even,
Gecko
like,
Garage.
Dora.
Yeah, Dora.
Even Dora, like
You don't need Bob the Builder when you've got Gecko Garage, guys.
Oh,
Christ.
shit, next level.
see, we're gonna have a
As
lot
an
of
uncle, I get to see all like what the kids are watching
Yeah.
these days, like the toddlers, and I'm telling you, there's nothing good anymore. There's not like every thing is 3D like bullshit animation, and they're all superheroes. Like there's like Spidey and Friends. There's PJ Mask, which sounds like TJ Maxx, but it's like, but it's just like three superhero, like made up superheroes, and then there's like Playhouse Super Friends or whatever. Like literally everything is a 3D superhero, like Marvel. It's so weird, dude.
Really weird.
And they even did
Yeah.
it to Sesame Street. There's just Elmo, but he's just like a fucking bionic superhero, and like and Cookie
Elmo
Monster.
just busts through the wall
He
with the
does.
fucking like bionic arms and shit. And
He does, but he's like, ha! And he's just like, come on, Cookie Monster, we're going to do some fucking crazy shit today. And then like they'll start shooting missiles and shit. Like I don't know if he's shooting missiles, but like they can fly. They're robots. They like, dude, it's so weird. It's so
count
weird.
the dead bodies.
Yeah.
Wait, are we joking right now?
I'm not
or-
kidding. This is a real thing.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
They're
No,
not counting dead bodies, but like
no,
they're superhero robots.
I don't know what if we're joking or not anymore. Ah!
It really does have me concerned for like future generations.
I
though.
don't
If
care
that's what
about
they're
the
growing,
future generation. All right, but I'm just saying, stop fucking. No, just
Smells
kidding.
like fuck them kids.
I care about my nephew,
Dude.
but like, what are they doing to our shows? Like when we were kids, we had like a plethora of things to watch.
You don't like Coco Melon, bro?
God, dude, the name alone is enough to make you want to stab yourself.
Yeah.
Coco Melon. Like, what does that fucking
Nothing.
mean?
Nobody
None
knows
of it
what it means.
None of it means anything.
Provocative.
I think that's the kids' names.
Gets the kids going.
But, well, I went to Sherwood Forest Fair, which is it's basically the Renaissance Festival that happens over by Austin.
Nice.
First time
Very
You
me and
fucking nerd.
me
No,
and
I'm
my
just kidding.
brother, you goddamn. Me and my brother went together and just on a very impromptu trip. And we'd never been. We've been to Renfest or Texas Renfest like 10 years in a row now. First time going here, and
Was
the
it cool?
the festival was nice. It was a cute little festival. It was obviously much smaller scale than TRF.
Sure.
And we were told that the campgrounds kind of turn up too, and I'm not gonna lie. The main reason we go to TRF is to party and have a great time in the campgrounds and explore and meet new people and whatnot. Well, Sherwood was not really like that. There were some parties going on, but it's very like clan oriented, and like a lot of it was like kind of closed.
Shit.
Like-
You're not in my clan.
The Ku Klux Klan is out there.
But like there was
Very clan oriented.
God damn it, no racist shit is happening out of here. But it's like
They're just burning crosses and shit.
You're like, this is not what I thought it was.
not what I signed up for. No, but it's like we were always told that like more of the Rennies go to Sherwood, and that was definitely the case, more so than me and Tate had cared for, because it was to that point that like they weren't very social either, or at least our experience.
They weren't very like welcoming. Like
No, everybody was super friendly, but like when it came to like
Wait, you went with Fern?
what?
Did you just say you went with Fern?
No, Tate.
I thought you said Fern. I was like, wait, I thought Fern lived way the fuck out.
No, he lives in Livingston. But anyways,
Okay.
no, I went with my youngest brother Tate, and like there was like one small like little party happening. They're having like a little event to raise some money for this charity and whatnot. But like everything was done by like 9:00, and me and Tate were like standing around. We're like, what is going on? Like, cause at TRF, like
It's my kind of party, dude.
people are
I'm in bed by
getting-
10.
dude, people are getting shitty until like 4 a.m, till sunrise sometimes at TRF campgrounds. But there wasn't a main focal point for everybody to hang out around. The campgrounds was like camping on a fucking beach without the water. It was sandy as shit.
weird.
They didn't clear the brush out. Like, and you know, if you're paying money to fucking stay in a campgrounds, like at least take care of the fucking campgrounds.
Yeah.
So like the camping was very lackluster. The festival was fine. I wore my Mando helmet with my Crusader outfit.
Wow. Yeah.
And the first episode of The Mandalorian just aired, Mandalorian season 3, and I sang "The Way" a million goddamn times. Everybody loved it though. Lots of pictures and stuff. It was a good time.
That's cool.
Man, Tate dresses up as a Viking. I'll show you a picture. But no, like I said, the festival was actually more fun than the damn campgrounds, which at TRF it is the complete opposite. Like the campgrounds are cool, whatever, or the festival is cool, but the campgrounds is where the party's at.
Oh, that's badass.
But,
nice.
But yeah, and then yeah, watch the Mandalorian season 3.
How'd that go?
I mean, it was a cool episode. Like, it looks like there's going to be a lot more Mandalorian shit to happen, and he's going to actually go to the planet of Mandalore. So
Do we know who this baby is yet?
Yes, we've been knowing who the
Okay, I know he has a name, but do we know who he is?
origins. No, we don't know the origins or nothing.
That's the only reason I was like interested in that show.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting till they start getting into that shit, then I'll hop back in.
Well, isn't like
Like, I'm
the
done.
species that Yoda and Grogu and whatnot are like? There's like nothing ever spoken about them in any of the Star Wars lore, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like a chick Yoda.
Yeah, she was just like a counselor or chancellor, right? Or
Yaddle.
not chancellor, or like
What was her name?
Yaddle.
Yaddle. Yeah.
Yoda and Yaddle.
Wasn't she on like the
She was on the council.
council?
Yeah.
Not like Jedi Council, but some other, or maybe wasn't
It
it?
was the Jedi Council.
Was- yeah.
In Coruscant, I think. Whenever they like were seeing if Anakin was fit to be like part of the squad or whatever. I'm pretty
Okay.
Like, sorry, bro, you can't hang. It's
sure.
like, I'm gonna kill everyone.
But and then watch The Last of Us. Caught up on that. This most recent episode is badass. It was really, really
I mean,
good.
I'm pretty sure I know exactly what's going to happen, but then
Apparently,
again,
it is like almost frame for frame the video game.
yeah,
So
they've done a lot of like little twisties like from my expectations, so I'm cool with that.
I saw some video on like TikTok or something where it was like they took the scene from the Clone Wars where Anakin kills all the Tusken, sand warriors or whatever, and and Obi-Wan's telling Padme, and he's like, he killed the women, old women and children and everything, like of the Tusken warriors or whatever. And then it like cuts to the part where he's like, he killed the younglings, and she's like, what? Like her mind's blown, and they're like, he did this last.
you didn't care when it was a different
like, he
species.
literally did it last episode. Like, like everyone's so mind blown. Like,
I hate sand.
the sand's like, oh fuck,
But
hide
yeah,
the kid.
other than that, I mean, that was basically my week. So
Nice,
Hell yeah,
man.
nice.
Well, let's get into this, guys. I feel like we've had a pretty long intro, but I mean, there's a reason. There's not too much crazy news, but there is some crazy.
I was have a good bit, but it's all like pretty small stuff.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's not like crazy, like
Deep discussion.
Yeah. So let's get into it, just so you guys know.
Well, what about currently playing?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we do play games.
shit.
Fuck.
Damn,
yeah.
this is a
fuck,
video game
fuck.
podcast. Like what?
Yeah. we
Oh.
play shit. No. All right. What do you guys play?
I'm actually abstaining from video games.
Yeah.
To go out and touch some grass. Psych.
Fuck grass.
Shit's whack.
I'll kick it off. Been playing a little bit of VR. One of our buddies in Discord got a Quest,
Very
Quest 2,
nice.
and because he saw me playing Star Wars Battlefront in VR and was like, okay, I'm going to get one.
I heard they dropped the price of the Quest Pro and the Quest 2 price back down to the normal price.
I didn't hear about that
You know
at
how
all.
they
Yeah.
raised the price of the Quest 2 up $100
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
while? I heard they dropped it back down to like what it was. And then the Quest Pro is now like $1,000 flat. Or
Really?
Something like that, yeah.
I didn't hear that
Yeah.
at all. He
Dropped like $500 or something, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's significant. Maybe
Yeah, it went from
$200.
1,500 down to
I think
1,000.
it was like 1,200.
I thought it was
or something.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
still,
200
That's a $200. $200.
but still 1,000 for
a headset.
that
yeah.
that headset specifically. I can.
My
but,
problem is like it's got the eye tracking, but is it even utilizing the feature? You know what I mean? Utilizing
You
the
just turned into
Strike.
Zoolander for a second.
feature.
Is it even utilizing the
You
features?
utilizing
That was exactly.
It's a VR headset for ants.
I was watching that movie the other day. It was fantastic.
It really holds up well.
It's so great. It's so dumb, but it's so great. But yeah, so I've been playing the contractors and stuff. That was basically it on VR, and then been playing a little bit more COD, but actually trying to play some ranked multiplayer. Just trying to get into that, but don't really have anybody to play that with. So it's like 50-50. Sometimes it's all right, but then other times it really sucks because randos will be really bad, like little potatoes running
Yeah.
around. But then what else did there was something else, but it is escaping me at the moment.
I feel like unless I'm trying to go pro, I'm not gonna touch anything ranked. That it's like one of those things where it's just like whatever.
I play
Okay.
ranked UFC a lot.
Well, they've got a good bit of rewards tied into rank, like operator skins and stuff as well.
Oh, I thought you meant like they were gonna like send you some shit or something.
No. They got like operator skins and gun skins. And one of the operator skins that you get from ranked is actually like completely black, so it would be good in Warzone and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, freaking like rose skins basically. But no, other than that, I don't remember. There was something else, but I don't remember. It escapes me.
What do you think of it? You know?
It escapes.
I didn't really play anything except for Warzone. I like, man, that's just because I worked like a bunch of overtime and shit. I didn't really have time to play games, and nothing has really stood out to me since I played The Forest. After that, I was like, all right, well, there's Wolong, but I'm not about to fucking play Wolong. Let's be real.
I was looking at giving that a chance, but I don't know.
Even though it's on Game Pass, I'm like, I just don't. I
Dude,
just played
You
Elden
got Game
Ring.
Pass? Hell yeah.
All my freaking hard drives are full up. I gotta keep swapping around space in my
Or
SSDs.
get you another.
Just
Dude, I have like
uninstall shit.
4 daisy chained in my PC. I actually don't think I have another slot on my motherboard to plug another one in.
Just get like an external hard drive.
I have an external, but it reads so slow, and then there's also some games that need to be on a solid state for
I got
like the
an
read.
external SSD, bro. I got a 2 terabyte external SSD for like $160 or some shit. And
I mean, mine reads close to an SSD. Like I got like one of the higher read rates that I could find, but it even still like there's some games that need an even faster read rate because the USB 3.0 will reach a point that the SSD can get a lot faster then.
yeah, I mean for sure, but you can still get pretty decent.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
you
I can
could-
play a lot of
so,
games
like,
off of
you
it.
could transfer all your like fucking files that aren't like like super demanding games, onto your
Yeah.
2 terabyte.
No, I have a
external,
5.
you know what
I have
mean?
a 5 terabyte.
Guys, just uninstall shit you ain't playing.
Well,
Let's just be real
on my
about it. No, I'm just
SSDs is like
No.
kidding. Just uninstall
We
some
gotta have it
games
all installed, baby.
at all
Fucking-
times. Though I do have to. Oh, never mind. I'll wait till.
What?
Wait, it's Brent, right? You're about to go, cause.
Yeah. Well,
Wait, who's talking right now? I'm so.
Devin-
Con-
well,
Devin
you
was
just
about to-
finished. We
I
were just talking
okay.
about yeah.
Okay. All right. Continue.
Brent.
Sorry.
are we about to go on with the thing?
What?
No, it's
No,
you.
currently
What are
playing.
you playing?
All right. Here's what I'm playing. Sorry.
That's where I got lost. I was like, who are we
Got
talking
me a little
about right now?
confused there. Okay.
There was a
so-
big old wrench in all of our one brain cell.
Yeah. Just our combined one.
All right. So starting out with not Fortnite. Fortnite. I guess we'll talk about Fortnite.
Wait, so
Uh,
you've been playing?
I've been playing Fortnite. I've been leveling up my battle pass. You know what I mean? Got that shit hella cranked up, hella leveled up. You know
Nice,
what I mean?
dude. Nice.
Hell yeah.
And then I've been playing a little bit of Doom Eternal on the Steam Deck because they put out that update.
I was wondering why you were playing that. I kept seeing it
Yeah,
on
we
Steam.
saw
It
the-
kept popping up, and I was like, "Why is he playing Doom Eternal?" I'm like, "It's been years," and like, I thought,
they updated the Steam Deck to where you can use ray tracing with it, so I thought I'd check
I heard
it
about
out.
that.
It's
yeah.
pretty interesting. It's you can from my testing you can get a solid like 30 frames per second with ray tracing on
720.
on high at 800p, which
Okay.
is the native resolution for the Steam Deck. You know what I mean?
So how's it look?
It looks fine. It looks great, but I think I prefer you can do that, or you can do Ultra Nightmare mode without ray tracing at like a fucking 60 frames per second, like a solid 60 frames per second. So it's like, the trade-off there is kind of like
Yeah.
the ray tracing is nice, but it's like just reflections, and it's, implemented. It's implemented well, but I think I'd rather have the higher frame rate. Because it
Yeah.
looks amazing without it.
Just
It's
a little
a
tidbit
beautiful game,
on ray
yeah.
tracing. Something weird this past week. My neighbor has a 3080 Ti monster system, monster PC, and I wanted to see Hogwarts at Ultra with ray tracing.
Mm-hmm.
With ray tracing and everything turned on, it looks like shit. It's so
Really?
weird. Yeah, like he has all the frames in the world, but like the ray tracing that they did for Hogwarts Legacy, I don't know if it's something to do with the game or maybe it was his screen. I doubt it. He's got a really good monitor, but it looked fuzzy. It looked bad.
Did he
Whenever
have-
all the ray tracing was
Did he
turned.
have dynamic resolution scaling on or something?
I don't think so. No, because I went through all of his settings and I fine tuned it all and turned his ray tracing on. I wanted to see it just pumped to the max because he has a 3080 Ti,
Yeah,
and it made it look bad. And then I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" I was like, "You
gotta
got
be
30."
something wrong there, because there's no way that you max that out. It's just gonna look.
It looked bad. Well, when I turned the ray tracing off, it looked great. It looked fantastic with the ray tracing off. It,
I wonder if that. Did you Google it? Did you see if?
Nah, I
You
didn't really.
Googleize it.
I didn't look into it, but
Googleize
that was just a weird fact that this past week.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I've
probably
noticed
just
that like
utilization.
sometimes I get muddy ray tracing effects when I try to use like my 2060 for ray tracing, but that's because it's just my shitty. That's
Yeah.
bottom of the barrel.
yeah, I don't run ray
you
tracing
know?
on nothing.
Yeah, it's not gonna do it. It's just not. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
It's dope that the
I'm-
Steam Deck
I'm
can
impressed.
pump out some ray tracing.
yeah, I'm
That's
impressed that it can even hold a stable 30 frames per second.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's high settings. It's not like you have to turn it all the way down to like low or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you're,
that's
you're
very
not
surprising.
alone. Apparently, there's a whole article. Here's how you can significantly improve the quality of ray tracing, shadows, ambient occlusion, and reflections in Hogwarts Legacy. Literally, the first thing
Turn
he
it
says,
off.
one of my biggest issues with Hogwarts Legacy was its ray tracing effects. Even when using the game's Ultra RT settings, these ray tracing effects can be underwhelming. Thankfully, but basically,
Yeah.
so there's some kind of issue
Some weird
going on
tweak
there.
that you have to do. Yeah, I figured
Yeah.
it was an issue with the game itself and not. I mean, obviously not his 3080 Ti, and
Yeah.
he's got a crazy. I don't know what his CPU is
Speaking
and
of
everything
which,
else.
have y'all looked at graphics card prices lately?
No,
Dude,
I haven't
looked at graphics
money.
card pricing, but I have seen a bunch of pre-builds going on insane sale right now. Like I've seen 2 different pre-builds, one with the 3060 and then and really other good specs, and then a 3060 Ti under $1,000.
I saw one that look. Check this out, dude. I saw one that was like a build your own fucking PC thing. So they send it to you all disassembled or whatever. But it's like a case with a motherboard like built into the case and all the shit you need to like hook onto the motherboard, except maybe the RAM or something. And a 3070 for like fucking like $700, bro.
What?
It was marked down from like $1,000, but still,
Even still.
that was a good deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you might need a CPU or something, but it's got at least it's got the case and the graphics card. But I was also seeing fucking like 3070s that like were openly like admitted to be used for mining for like $400.
Oh, that's probably because they've been worn the fuck
but
down.
there's like reviews on them and shit that are like, yeah, I've been using it for the past month and it's working great still. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like, so it's one of
'cause
those
of the
things.
longevity,
It's
so-
questionable, you know. But like at the same time.
I mean,
Well,
it's like buying a car with like 200,000 miles on it, dude. Give it like 2 years and that fucking graphics card is gonna be fucked. Like if you're using it regularly, coming from a farm, like, dude, no, that's a horrible idea.
Well, I saw.
Well, I mean, they also have other, like, you know, I've seen, like, brand new 3060 Ti's for, like, under fucking $400, you know what I mean? So it's like, they're going down in price big
Dude,
time. You know what I mean?
MSI just put out a laptop at 4070 for $1,500.
Whoo,
Damn.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I saw a 4060 laptop for, like, $1,200 or something the other day. Which I
Yeah,
thought
prices
was a
are
pretty
getting really
deal.
good on that stuff. It's finally returning back to
I
normal.
think I'm going to go with a 40 series. I'm waiting for them to announce a 4060, like, desktop version. You know what I mean?
Oh, is there not a?
They haven't announced it.
Which one did they get rid of? What was it? There was like one iteration that they got. Oh, it was wasn't it a 4070 Ti or some? Or no?
They rebranded the fucking. They had 2 versions of the 4080.
That's
and
right.
they
It was a 12 gig and a 16
Yeah,
or some
they
shit.
made the
Yeah.
lower end model, the 4070 Ti,
That's right.
and they haven't even
yeah.
announced the actual 4070 or the 4060 yet. So I think, you know, eventually we'll get a 4060 that'll probably be a budget card and it'll be able to use DLSS 3 and all that good shit. So,
Yeah.
anyways,
Well, what else? What else did you play?
Let's see what I got here. So I played a little bit of Hitman also, just because I like, you know, like a Hitman. Then I got on the VR. I've been playing a little bit of Pavlov, but I've been kind of having controller issues with Pavlov specifically. It's really weird. Like my right controller wants to like get stuck like this sometimes, or like it'll drift or like flip around and the gun will face me, and it always happens at like the worst time.
That's a weird glitch.
It's the worst, bro. And like I'll be in like the middle of a fight and my hand will just go and just start shooting that way.
It's on
and
PSVR too.
yeah, it's really weird,
With
bro.
you said Pavlov.
It's Pavlov specifically because other games aren't seeming to do that for whatever reason. You know what I mean?
Weird.
And then, so yeah, but other than that, I've really been enjoying Pavlov. Like, the graphics look really good, and, like, the online play is a lot of fun, you know?
And the haptic triggers.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
Is it different for each gun in Pavlov?
Yeah, they did a really good job.
That's so cool.
And, like, the best part is, like, you feel the vibrations when grenades are going off or when you get shot or something, so, like, the rumble on your headset, you know what I mean?
Dude.
It's really neat.
Yeah, that's badass.
But I've been playing a little bit of that. I've been playing a little bit of the Horizon Call of the Mountain, but that game is just boring as hell, and I don't know if I'm even going to finish it. Like, it's just really, really boring. Like,
Yeah, I
the
don't blame you.
graphics are great, but that's really, like, it's just pretty, you know? Pretty and boring. Resident Evil 8, I played all the way through, fucking front to back. I might do a New Game Plus. Like, it was so much fucking fun. Like, I really, really enjoyed it. Like, I got to the point where I was hoarding. I was exploring so much that my inventory was just, like, completely full, and I was having to, like, throw stuff away to pick up new stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it was...
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that game, and I will probably play it again. But, let's see. Played that. I played a whole bunch of Gran Turismo 7 in VR. I'm honestly thinking about getting a steering wheel for that. Like, I really want one, but they're fucking all over $100. You know what I mean?
I thought, I think Logitech makes a pretty cheap one, a decent cheap one.
I want the pedals too. Like, I don't just want the steering wheel. That's the thing. I feel like if I don't have the pedals, it's not gonna be the whole experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Then that combo, I'm sure. Yeah, at least $100.
Mr. Paranormal, sorry, didn't see your that you had commented on there or in the chat, but he was basically just saying the Black Friday deals on the graphics cards are insane, but you know, when those come around. So, but yeah, shout out to you for just even chatting. Sorry, I just had to mention you because I didn't even see that you had said anything.
Well, we don't have our usual screen up here to be able to see our chatter.
I found out that I can pull it up in the on the app. I found a way to pull up the chat where it's always showing it. So yeah,
well,
my bad, guys. Anyways, Brent, did you have any more?
No, that's pretty much it. Mostly, I've been playing a lot of Gran Turismo 7. It's really enjoyable, but I think once I finally get a steering wheel, it'll be even more enjoyable. It seems like there's a whole lot of fucking content for that game, you know what I mean? And most of it is just going around basic-ass looking tracks, you know what I mean? But the cars are so detailed, like, it's really, really cool. And, like, I think tuning the cars is the most fun part of the game, because you can take it into the little shop, and you spend money on it, and you put little mufflers on it, and you put little brakes on it, and then you take it out on the track, and you can totally feel the difference. Like, you know, they did a really good job with the adaptive triggers in that game, too. Like, you can really feel how much gas you're giving it by, like, the tension in the trigger, you know what I mean? So, that's one thing.
Oh, nice.
I'm wondering if it'll be the same if I get, like, a steering wheel.
What if there's adaptive steering wheel triggers?
Oh, I know there are, but some of them are really expensive. You know what I mean? Like, some of those, like, fucking Thrustmaster ones are, like, $500. Like,
Gotcha.
That's for, like, the big sim
yeah,
folks.
some people are really into that, though, and I don't blame them.
Oh, yeah, they won't have, like, headsets, but they'll have, like, 3 screens that are completely encasing them, basically.
Fuck that. All you need is the VR, bro. Like, that's so much better than having screens around you, because you just, like, it's like, okay, I was playing it earlier, and I'm driving in the game, and you know how, like, sometimes when you're driving and the sun's in your eyes, you, like, try to use that little piece of the between the two windows, and you like, block the sun with it. I was doing that in the fucking VR game, you know what I mean?
You can't just grab the visor, no.
Right? I don't know. It just felt...
No, you don't have arms in it. Remember, there's no VR.
Yeah. That would be next level, bro. Like, if they really made it with that level of interaction, like...
You need arm animation and shit, because that would be dope. You just fucking stick shift, fucking pull down your visor, you know, just jangle your shit that's hanging
there. Would be cool. Popple your bobblehead.
Yeah, dude.
We need like a Forza Horizon type game with that level of freedom, you know?
Oh, yeah.
That'd be dope.
Like in the cockpit freedom. You could mess with the radio. That would be cool.
Oh, yeah, dude. They could do some cool, like, Easter egg shit. Put an R2-D2 up in there. Like, just scream when you crash.
That'd be really random, but I'm with it.
Anyways, let's get into the news. Finally, here we got just so you know, we are using articles from gaming news sites from around the web, and we do not claim any of the articles as our own. We're just bringing them all to one place for your ears. The first thing that I was going to mention was the MetaQuest price cuts and whatnot. But I think
did we already talk about?
Yeah, we already talked about it, but I don't think we mentioned the exact pricing. So I'm just gonna give you the price.
Yeah.
So basically, you can pick up a 256 gigabyte MetaQuest 2 for $429, which is $80 less than it cost, previously. And it even comes with 2 games. Or
it's a good thing Ant doesn't listen to the podcast.
Oh yeah, because
he bought it before the price drop.
Did he know the price drop was coming though?
I didn't either, and I helped him look it up.
Yeah.
I helped him look it up too because he almost bought a refurbished. And he was telling me the pricing, and I was like, that doesn't sound right. I was like, the lowest one right now is at $400. And he was like, well, this one's for $300. And I looked, and it said there was some weird term, but it was refurbished.
Yeah,
but no, the price drop had not taken place.
Dang.
Well, if you want a more premium product, you can grab the MetaQuest Pro for $999, which is $500 less than what it cost $1,500.
Oh, it was
What they failed to
15.
mention
Holy
is the
shit.
100 gigabyte one is back down to like 300 right there. I'm pretty sure that also is a
Right.
thing.
Is it?
That's not what it says in the
The
article.
120 gigabyte one should also be
Oh,
down.
yeah. For compare, wait, hold on. It says the 256 model of the Meta Quest 2 used to cost $499, but is now available for $429. For comparison, the 128 gig model costs $399, so it's
so
only
it's
an
still
extra $30. Yeah, it stayed.
Oh, I
But
see
the-
what they
at the
did
time when-
there. Okay.
At the time when our buddy was buying it, the 256 was still 500.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it makes you almost are a fool.
Why
to
would
get
you?
the,
Yeah,
The
just-
128.
Just get the 256.
But also the Pro was $1,500.
Wow.
Not
okay.
$1,200. Yeah.
So yeah, wow.
So
Yeah, I thought it was 12.
big
I would
chunk
have bet
taken
money
off
on
right
it.
there.
That's
yeah, get it.
fucking ridiculous. Well,
Get it for
Facebook
$1,000.
Meta is hurting bad.
Well,
Yeah.
I imagine so.
Like
Because
they are
no one's buying that
hemorrhaging
shit.
I think
losses.
Pro
right
was
now.
a bad call. I think honestly, okay, I hate to say it, but I think PlayStation's got the right idea. Like I as a consumer of VR, I don't give a shit about meetings or fucking like. I do enjoy social interactions and stuff and like multiplayer games and stuff like that, but like I'm not going to use it for anything productive ever. Like I'm trying to play games and use it for escapism. You know what I mean? Like
Well, and at that price point, I mean, like even a company buying those to like
it's just
utilize
not
them
practical.
is no.
Not unless
And the
there's,
battery
like, a
life,
real
too.
benefit to it. Yeah.
Like the battery life, just a lot of aspects about it was just not like realistic.
It's cool, but it's like just kind of a I don't know, man. My thing is like I just want to play games, I just want to play VR games. That's it, Like I'm
Yeah.
a simple man, and I think most VR consumers are too. We just want to play some fucking games. At the end of
I
the
am
day.
interested to see how the PSVR 2 did though, like sales wise, whenever it
I don't
dropped.
think it did as well as they thought it was going to do, because originally you had to like do a special pre-order thing to get it, and now you can just buy them. There's no like wait list or anything. But
Are they
also-
in stores? Like, can you just go
no,
buy
you
one?
have to buy it through PlayStation
Oh, okay.
Direct or whatever, and I think they're limiting the amount you can buy, so scalpers don't just like buy a fuckload of them.
Mhm.
I think this is all a direct result of all the scalping from the PlayStation 5. Like they're trying
Yeah.
to be more smart about how they're like selling them, which I respect.
Makes
that,
sense,
you
yeah.
know, like keep them out for everybody and make them available. Now especially
'cause-
now that people can get PS5s finally.
Well,
you
and
know what
also
I mean?
it's good for their bottom line too, because then they have these units getting sold that are actually being used and not just stored to be sold at a higher price.
yeah, exactly.
Like, and then more games are bought, et cetera, et cetera.
Word.
I'm
Um,
hoping they support it really well like they did. I feel like the original PSVR got a lot of fucking love and support and a lot of good original games and stuff, So I feel like if PSVR 2 gets as much support as the first one did, that should be a
They
pretty
should be
solid
golden.
platform, yeah.
Well,
Sure.
while we're on the topic of Quest, Quest 3 reportedly twice as powerful and slightly pricier than Quest 2.
That's scary.
Well,
Carson-
slightly's not bad
You
though.
say twice as powerful?
yeah.
Yeah, that means that the Quest 2 will soon become obsolete, just like the Quest 1. And, but that also means we're going to have some really dope looking games on there pretty soon.
I mean, I'm okay with it because
It's been out for a while.
I don't play Quest games. Like
I do.
like me personally, I use mine as a PC peripheral.
Yeah.
Like and wirelessly if
But
I
see,
can,
I
more
don't,
so than
and
that.
I think I'm probably like the average Quest consumer.
No,
Like,
absolutely. I
think
know a lot of people who
most
just play
are
Quest-
buying
yeah.
it and to be honest with you, the Quest used that way is not a bad product.
No,
at all.
it's
Like,
fantastic.
it
The fact that
really
it can
holds-
achieve the quality that it does
It's
in
incredible.
a self-contained, it's
it
insane.
really is. But,
But
like,
if they're saying it's 2 times more, powerful, then that's gonna be even better.
Really
like,
good,
With
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
with
but
the link, right?
But his like worry is that not so many games are going to come to Quest 2 and it's going to outdate it
oh yeah,
because they won't be
the
powerful
Quest
enough.
2 will soon be obsolete. Even
Just
though
like the Quest 1
the
kind of
problem
got
is like
booted.
they Quest 1 came out like a year later. Fucking Quest 2 comes out, and then like a year later, the Quest 1 is obsolete. You know what I mean? So
has it
like,
only been a year?
No, it was a year
I'm just
between
talking just
Quest
between
1 and Quest 2.
when Quest 1 and Quest 2.
Yeah.
Like when Quest 1 dropped, it was only like 1 year from the inception of Quest 1 to like the development and production of Quest 2. Like, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But this one, it's already been over. What? It's been 2 years since the 2, right? The 2's been out for
No,
at
the
least
2's
2
been
years.
out for a minute now, and I guess it is about time for a facelift. But
Yeah.
like
So that's the only thing. Like now, if it had only been a year, then sure, I'd be like, fuck. But I feel like the Quest 2's been out for a while.
I just hope
Yeah,
it doesn't
2020
completely make it obsolete. You know, like the Quest 2 is still a really solid piece of hardware, and
For
I
sure.
hope that it's not. I mean, you can always.
But we
like,
gotta progress,
like
man.
Devin said, you can always use it as a PC peripheral, and it will always be good for that. Even the
Mhm.
Quest 1 now is an excellent fucking PC hard. As a matter of fact, I would put the Quest 1 over the Quest 2 in a lot of ways, as far as because of the OLED. Yeah. Like
So,
I played Half-Life Alyx on my Quest 1, I'm pretty sure, and it was fucking fantastic. Like,
oh, yeah. So, Carson Burton over at IGN. Meta's newest VR Quest or headset technology is set to hit shelves later this year, complete with some notable upgrades and a steeper price tag. A new report from The Verge revealed that the Meta's, God damn it, sorry. The Verge revealed that Meta's Quest 3 headset will be at least twice as powerful as the previous iteration. The wearable tech will also be 2 times thinner and cost, quote, slightly more than Quest 2, which currently sits at a $400 price tag. One of the main draws of the new tech will be its ability to simulate mixed reality. Similar to the recently announced Quest Pro, Quest 3 will feature front-facing cameras that allow the device to pass through video of the real world. The headset can then use this video input to create mixed reality, resulting in an experience that isn't as immersive as full-on virtual reality.
So they're gonna do AR, VR, basically.
Well, it'll have the ability.
yeah. I think you'll probably
'cause
be able to do it on Quest 2 also, but you'll have this shitty fucking
Grayscale.
Yeah, like it won't be the same.
It'll
It
just
won't
be
as
better
good.
pass-through
Yeah.
cameras that'll have like probably color and everything.
Color,
Yeah.
Does it
Better
mention if
frame
it's gonna be OLED?
I'm not
Probably
sure.
not.
So,
You don't think they'll go back?
I don't think they'll go back.
the
Wonder why.
main North's
Probably because like how cheap, like they pack a lot of tech into such a cheap product. You know, they got to
Yeah.
cut the corners that they can cut without. And I think the screen, while I do give them a lot of shit for not going OLED, is, you know, the LCD screen is very sufficient. Like they do a great job with like a high contrast screen. It feels as close to an OLED as you can get. I feel like without actually being OLED. I don't know. You know, they did an okay job with it. You know.
Yeah.
So, it said the main North Star for the team was from the moment you put on this headset, the mixed reality has to make it feel better, easier, and more natural. Mark Rabkin, Meta's vice president for VR, said to employees during a roadmap presentation on Tuesday, "You can walk effortlessly through your house, knowing you can see perfectly well." So yeah, they're gonna do. It's a big upgrade to the cameras, pass-through cameras. Rabkin also said that there will be a new Smart Guardian implemented into the device, helping users to navigate the real world while they are wearing the headset. The mixed reality function of Quest 3 will be a big selling point, and Meta hopes that it will help justify the steeper price tag.
Very excited to see what they announce.
Yeah, we have to get enthusiasts fired up about Quest 3,
They
Rabkin
keep
said.
implying how steep the price tag is going to
Yeah.
Well, the
that's
first one it said
worrying me.
slightly, so it sounded cheaper. The title says slight.
be. Just kind of sounds like they're
Slightly more
lubing
than
it up, so when
Quest,
they
yeah.
slide it in, it doesn't hurt as bad. You know. What I mean?
Well, if a Quest is like right now is currently at what would they say?
$400 is the cheapest one right now.
No, because they just dropped the price.
Not on the lower. Your article didn't say anything about the smaller, the 126.
Oh yeah, I got you.
So $400 is the cheapest one.
400,
Four-
slightly
440
more.
or 430 for
500 to be like a PSVR 2.
So,
Yeah.
well,
550 is the PSVR 2. So
if
you
I had
know,
to guess, I think they're going to hit between the Quest 2 and the Quest Pro.
Yeah.
Especially now that it has a $1,000 price tag on the Quest Pro, I think we're going to see probably like a $700 headset.
That'd be insane.
I'll tell you
There's
right
no
now.
way.
Well, we didn't think we were going to see $1,500 on the Quest
On
Pro.
the Pro though, the Pro, I thought that for the Pro, just because I know fucking what's his name, Mark Zuckerberg's trying to push his meta shit to companies right now, so
Yeah.
that makes sense. But there's no way. I will bet money they will not do $750.
No, that's too much.
That's
I
insane.
think 600 or less. You know, I think somewhere between 500 and 600
Yeah,
is probably what we're going to see.
nothing.
I'm gonna say 550.
Nothing's been announced about the
max.
specs. Just that their big point that they talked about was that it was going to have the better pass through and mixed reality.
And I'll say this: I think 600 is a good ass deal for that, for what you're getting. You know, and just because the Quest is so cheap, you know what I mean, doesn't necessarily necessarily mean that the next thing has to be. In the grand scheme of like VR headsets, like if we look at all of VR as a whole, it's still a very cheap product if it's $600. The Quest 2 is still a cheap product if it's $600. If you look at everything, like
capability-wise.
yeah. capability-wise,
Because you don't need
it's
to
a very
have
impressive
a
fucking
PC
thing,
or a PS5.
Like just the hardware built into the actual headset makes it feel like more of a value than all the other headsets that are like $1,200. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what I was thinking? Like literally, it just clicked in my brain right now that the PSVR is almost wasting its potential by forcing it to be used on the PlayStation. Like they could literally just call it the PlayStation VR and make it compatible with PC. Yeah, make it its own thing. You don't have to plug it to your PlayStation. You could have PlayStation specific games. Like you could have PSVR. Just how Quest has their own.
Would be smarter than that is to just like enable
the Sony store.
No, like make it like the VR headset that we have right now, right? Just the same one, and have it be able to hook up to your PlayStation, play all the sweet games off your PlayStation 5, but also have it able to plug into Steam.
That's what I was just saying. Yeah, it's
so
a PC.
So just hook up to fucking I don't see why you couldn't unlock that.
But I mean, even Steam has Sony games now, so it's like just make games that are only compatible with the PSVR.
Doesn't even have to be that. Like I'm sure that like you could have the ecosystem mostly function with it's all just rear tracking cameras and blah blah blah. Like I'm sure it's a little different, obviously, but like I think most developers with a little bit of elbow grease could probably implement some sort of like patch, But then again, those same developers could re-release their game on the Sony store and fucking have it
sell it all over again. Just like Pavlov's selling more copies just because it's on PSVR and they can't just transfer their Steam purchase.
The lobbies are hella active right now too. Like I don't know, I don't know, man. It's definitely interesting because like I think they've probably had this conversation behind closed doors.
They had to.
It's like like because it's definitely something that they could do.
Yeah, I just think it's like it's literally limiting itself by being forced to. You have to have a PSVR or a PlayStation 5 to have a PSVR too. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like they could literally sell it as a Sony VR.
Yeah, that would function with Steam. Yeah.
Why not?
People would eat it up. Like, cause think about it. Like the features on it are sick as fuck. Like the HDR screen, the
haptic triggers.
Fucking, all that shit would be really cool. Like,
and it would also keep people from like associating it with the PlayStation specifically for those people who are like, well, I don't like the idea of video games. Like VR's different. It's like just call it Sony VR.
Sure,
like
if it had the functionality to hook up to a PC, I would consider buying it.
Yeah, totally.
But because it is limited to just the PlayStation, like I'm a big modder when it comes to my VR games. So and you'll never be able to do that on PlayStation.
See, I like the simplicity of the PSVR. I feel like a lot of times I get a VR game and I have trouble with it, and I have to tweak it and I have to do this. PlayStation, I know it's gonna work right out of the box, and I love that. I just get my game and I play the game.
But but so should a Sony VR. I feel like a Sony VR would work right out of the box, just like a Quest. Like I feel like a Quest works right out of the box. Like you should have access to the Sony store.
If you're hooking up to Steam, it's all depending on whatever.
No. It should be like a Quest.
Is, you know what I mean?
No, it should be like a Quest. Like just make a Sony VR that's like a Quest. Like you can use it without having to plug it to anything. Like
you're saying make a standalone.
But you could
VR
plug
headset.
it to the PlayStation or plug it to PC. Like it should be able to go either way.
So you're saying Sony should just make a Quest.
Make a Quest. But
you lose a lot of the ergonomics that make the PlayStation VR so great if you pack all the fucking hardware into it. It instantly stops being light and comfortable and
I'm sure the haptics in the headset would fuck up stuff with the hardware and maybe I don't know.
I really don't know, but like that's I guess what they know, but I don't. But that's what it just clicked for me where I was like, why isn't there just a Sony VR? Like, why isn't that a thing? Where
I do like the idea of it being compatible with PC. Also, I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's just like if Xbox ever does a VR headset, they better do one that is compatible with both.
PC.
Xbox and
Absolutely,
PC.
They would.
They would have to. That's the thing is because they are PC technically.
Well, I think that was mine. Yeah, that was mine.
That's Brent now.
Brent.
All right, let's see. Okay, I'm not going to read this whole article, but apparently Mario Kart 8 and Splatoon for the Wii U have been like taken offline and shut down permanently because fucking like it says there's a quote, a vulnerability related to online play. And it says no timeline was given for the return, so not shut down permanently. I'm sorry, that was Super Mario Maker.
They're on hiatus.
They're on hiatus, but they've been taken down. It's Wii U, so I wouldn't expect them to be exactly like rushing to get it back up or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird. There must be some kind of serious security concern if they're really just taking everything down. You know, like
it's probably just because Wii U has not had really any updates in a long time.
And if there's no security updates, then people can crack the code and get into backgrounds and then probably access stuff in current Switch and like account wise and whatnot.
Yeah.
Possibly. I don't like, again, I don't know that much into like that technology. So.
Specifically with the Wii U. Yeah, I don't know much about what's dude, I had a Wii U like day one too.
I remember your Wii U.
Dude, I was so hyped. I also got like, oh man, I miss the idea of the Wii U before it was the Wii U.
I liked it. I actually liked your Wii U.
I gotta hold my
like
mic. I can't sit up to my mic anymore. My back is killing me.
The Switch is the Wii U, or what the Wii U was hoping to be, except for there is some lack of compatibility that the Wii U had, where the Wii U, you could like touch it and like you could send it to your screen. You know, like you were basically using it as like a secondary screen. It wasn't just like, oh, I'm gonna dock this, and it literally was a secondary screen to your TV.
But like for your living room.
Well, and wasn't there something like you could set it down like a golfing game, like you set the Wii U screen down and then it hit onto this big screen?
Yeah, you would sit it down and hold the Wii controller and then like swing it and it would like knock it.
Yeah.
Or like Wind Waker, Zelda, you'd have like your map on the little screen and the big screen would be the game.
Which was amazing.
It was great.
It was
especially
great.
In the sailing parts, you know, like I don't know.
Oh yeah, good idea. Terrible execution for but anyways, let's see here. We got some games with gold that are not. I just include this in the news now because I don't really it's never good.
It's never good.
No. So let's see here. So Microsoft has revealed that Lamentum, Truebrook, and Sudden Strike 4 Complete Collection will make up the Xbox games with gold lineup for March 2023. So yeah, that's why this is not its own segment anymore. That's just so bad. But
well, you want to know what's so good?
What is it?
Motherfucking new Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi game announced with a teaser trailer today. Just got announced today.
Like that.
Dude, so Logan playing over at IGN. Bandai Namco has announced the return of the Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi series over 15 years after the franchise's last mainline entry. So revealed over the weekend at Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour 2023, a brief teaser trailer confirmed that the new game is in development. It doesn't have a title, confirmed platforms, or release window yet. As the
I'm sure it'll come to everything like new, you know.
Yeah. So as the not the trailer didn't really show anything, but it showed like an old school like a glass tube TV playing like the old Budokai Tenkaichi, and then it like transferred into like what the new one's gonna look like, and it went from like Goku like changing into like Super Saiyan in like the old one, and then he went Super Saiyan Blue into like the new version of the game.
Yeah.
So, is this still cell shaded?
Yeah, it looks like the anime ripped, straight into a game basically, or not like flat screen, but 3D. It looks really good. It looks a lot like
the Kakarot game.
Yeah, Kakarot, or even what was the universe? Verse. What was it called? What the hell was it? I played that game.
Dragon Ball
Xenoverse.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It took me a second too. I was like, oh god, what is it?
And I played that game a bunch too.
Dragon Ball Universe.
Z. But dude, I'm super stoked though, because like me and my brothers played the absolute shit out of Budokai 3, like so much back in the day.
I did not, because I didn't like that it was a fighting game. I was like, all I ever wanted was like an open world Dragon Ball Z, and then I mean now they have it, but like me and my brother just didn't care for it because it was just like you could just play Super Smash Bros. And it was like so much cooler to us back then. Not that I'm not hating on it. I just never played it because of that
Preposterous.
reason.
No, I never played it either. I didn't even watch Dragon Ball Z until I was an adult.
Oh, I
you know?
watched Dragon Ball Z. I
I grew
was
up.
like,
Yeah, me and my brothers grew up on that shit.
I just
and
wanted the open world game. Like I played that stupid GameCube. What was it? It was like Dragon Ball fucking
Quest,
something like that.
where it was like you had like a bunch of like smaller enemies to fight.
Yeah, it was
and
like
you went
top
around-
down.
and then you.
like
Oh no!
it was like a co-op game. It was like kind of like
It was
not
like
top
set, not top down, but it was like set back.
isometric.
Yeah. I played that one too.
Yeah, and we love that shit, and it got like a 2 out of 10 on.
Well, that was
every-
after Budokai 3. That was like a good bit later because I think it was that
No,
on the Wii?
Budokai was on GameCube and PS2 and all that shit.
But I thought that one was like later, like around like the Wii and stuff.
No, that was on
Oh.
GameCube. Like that was a GameCube game, but it wasn't
But-
called Quest. I just can't remember what it was. Anyways, my point is,
Something.
we were like more into that than we were into the idea of like playing like a 1v1 Dragon Ball fighter. It just didn't sound fun to me for some reason. But now that I'm an adult, I'm like, that could be cool.
Oh, I'm absolutely getting it. Yeah, just for the throwback, the nostalgia.
What's
of
the
it.
difference between this and like Dragon Ball Fighter Z? Yeah.
Well,
'Cause-
Fighter Z it's just two or like
You can go wherever the
flat
fuck.
screen, like
It's just
or
like
what is it called? Like whenever it's like Street Fighter.
like Street Fighter.
Yeah, it's like Street Fighter.
What's
Dragon
this
Ball.
one like?
This one is like there's a big arena and there's
So it's like
destructible.
Xenoverse kind of.
That's
Yes.
what Xenoverse is.
But
No, no.
Xenoverse is it's like you make your own custom character and you can fight with the other characters and stuff.
What?
But you can do all
Really?
kinds of like custom builds. Yeah, in Xenoverse it was
Xenoverse had a whole story to it and stuff. so
yeah
it
that was like alternate timelines. You had to go back and fix the timeline and stuff.
Oh, dude, I
But-
have no idea what's going on.
But yeah,
over there,
Xenoverse
dude.
revolved around a character that you made. This is going to be more focused on just the fighting and everything. They had a bunch of like, which Xenoverse.
I thought
delved pretty
Budokai
deep-
was like was more like Street Fighter.
No, Budokai was like you could go multi directions, up, down, fly around, all kinds of shit.
interesting.
okay.
That
So it was
sounds
basically
cool.
like the groundwork that Xenoverse is built on. It was Budokai way back in the day,
Ah, cool.
or like the fighting in Xenoverse, anyways.
Sick.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I got the PlayStation Plus games too. I don't know if we've already talked about this or not. But
Go ahead.
But
Try.
just so you know, on March 7th, you can claim Minecraft Dungeons, Battlefield 2042, and Code Vein.
Nice.
Damn, and games with gold.
No,
was
we
so, like-
did talk about
Yeah,
this because I
gonna
was
say, I feel
like,
like we talked
this is
about
all on
this.
Game Pass. So that's what I said. Yeah. So, but you were like, oh no, but this you keep. And I'm like, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
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 Let's see. What else we got here? Really? There's not much. Oh, here's some interesting news. The Super Mario Bros. Movie that's coming out is coming out 2 days ahead of its original release date.
Very nice.
I like how they did a typical video game thing for it, where it's like,
Bumped it up a little bit.
yeah. So it's going to hit theaters 2 days earlier than expected, with the movie now set to premiere on April 5th in the U.S. and more than 60 other markets worldwide.
I saw a fucking clip of the cast, like Chris Pratt, Jack Black, Key or Peel?
Key Michael
Key.
Michael
Yeah,
Keaton.
Key.
Keegan
Keegan-Michael
Michael
Key.
Key.
Yeah. Anyways, like the four main and Charlie Day on like what is it? Kelly Clarkson's got a
Yeah,
talk
Kelly
show?
Clarkson's show.
Yeah, and she was like, "So are you?" She asked Jack Black. She's like, "So are you super stoked to be playing Bowser?" Meanwhile, he's the only one. He's dressed up in a fucking Bowser costume. He's like, "Yeah, super stoked." He's like totally stoked.
Well, they apparently
Nobody
the
else is
cast
dressed
told
up.
him
That's
that they were
hilarious.
all going to come dressed up as their characters, and then they didn't. I'm sure it's part of the show, but like that was the whole story to it. It was that like he came out and like none of the other actors dressed up in their thing, and he was like in this like Target fucking like costume.
I honestly
Hilarious.
just expect
They-
this of Jack Black at this point.
Yeah, and also they censored his package when he walked out because apparently it was just like a Target quality like
See the
costume.
bulge?
So you could see like he was like, I guess he came in balls, like he was just going commando or something because like you could just see his whole shindig apparently.
That's hilarious.
And it came out and he was just like wagging it and shit like. They had to
I
censor it.
fucking love Jack Black.
Oh god.
Yeah.
What a legend. So Sons of the Forest has already been beaten in less than 9 minutes.
That's impressive.
I don't understand how. Like how do you get through? How do you get the shovel? in
Probably a
this?
glitch.
Speed.
You know?
Yeah, it's like
It's got to be
glitches.
glitches, right?
Yeah,
they're
speed
just like
running.
clipping through the ground.
Yeah, no doubt. They
They-
jump on a mutant's back and just ride him into the fucking forest.
They somehow tell Kelvin to like retrieve the shovel, and he just like
Bro,
phases through the
They probably
ground.
don't even pick up the shovel. They probably just run straight to
No.
the end and just finish the game somehow.
Yeah.
Like, you
More
know.
than likely.
You don't
So,
need the
Are
shovel.
y'all getting low on news? Because I've got a bunch.
I
of
got a little bit. Let's see what we got here. I'll see what we got here. All right, check this out. Check this out. Apparently, there's a new mod for the old Dead Space that lets you play first-person mode, which sounds scary as hell.
Oh, that's cool.
Wait. Oh.
What?
Dead Space, not Dead Island or whatever the. No, wait, what?
No, I wasn't thinking that.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, what are we talking about right now?
Yeah, Dead
Okay, so the
Space.
old Dead Space.
Yeah,
Okay.
the one, not the new one that just came out, but the old one.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm
So
sure it'll be
that's-
for the new one too soon.
Yeah, I'm sure. But this looks really cool.
Wasn't Dead Space 3 first person?
No,
No, was it third person?
third person.
No,
At least I think. I mean,
I don't know.
Okay. It's you, right?
Jim, no, it's you.
Oh, that's why I was looking at you. I was like, wait.
Yeah, I was like, well,
Okay, sorry guys. All right. Following the launch of the Dead Space remake and its positive reception, EA is seemingly asking select fans if they'd like to see a Dead Space 2 or 3 remake next. As reported by Eurogamer, the
we did this article last week.
Did we?
We did.
Okay, my bad.
I did it. It's okay.
My beep.
Okay.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot on IGN for me to find news. Anyways, then I guess I'll do this one. Dead by Daylight is getting a movie adaptation apparently. So
yeah, I heard that. How the fuck are they even gonna do that? Like,
I mean, it's
isn't
just
it technically
it's
just
gonna be like Freddy versus Jason
Yeah,
versus Chucky versus
Yeah.
Scream versus fucking Hellraiser
Well, they're-
versus.
don't
well,
they have like an
this-
iconic
it
character
Ray
of
wouldn't be
their own?
versus anything. It would be them trying to find people, right?
It's
You
just
know?
going to be a
Maybe.
campy horror movie.
What if? Okay, hear me out. If I'm directing this movie,
Okay,
right, I'm
okay.
gonna do this like a multiverse type thing, right, where you're like transporting between all these horror worlds on like you're having to run away from different killers. So like different killers are making cameos throughout the whole movie.
That'd
It's
be
gonna
dope.
be dope.
The licensing would be hell for that, but that'd be so
It would be
cool.
hell. You'd probably have to get like 3 or 4 recognizable killers. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Well, here you go. This is how it's being done.
Oh.
Okay, so the two horror movie powerhouses are. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, okay. Multiplayer survival horror game Dead by Daylight is getting a film adaptation from Atomic Monster and Blumhouse. So, as reported by Variety, the two horror movie powerhouses are teaming up with developer Behavior Interactive to create the film, though haven't shared any details outside of it being an expansion of the Dead by Daylight universe. So, the film is also likely still a few years away as Atomic Monster's James Wan and Blumhouse's Jason Blum.
Try to figure out what the fuck they're gonna do.
Well, they have only just started searching for a director and screenwriter. So Wan, Bloom, and I thought they were going to say James Wan was doing it. Then I was like, if he's
Get
doing
the
it, it
guy
could
who
be
did
good.
Cabin in the Woods. That's who needs to do this movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I could see that. Definitely that or like James Wan. I mean, I feel like everything James Wan does
What
is
did
good.
James Wan do?
He did like all the fucking what are those movies called that are that I literally just can't remember the name. But I just watched all of
What
them.
happened in the movie?
Oh my god.
Scary stuff.
Is there a
Scary
character?
stuff. You know, every good scary movie that's come out, like you know those ones that like you watch them in a certain order because they're good. That way,
Man,
What
you're
are you
really not narrowing this down at all.
dang it. Here, hold on.
Halloween?
No, dude, hold on.
Any series of horror movies?
There's a lot of those.
God,
dude.
The Conjuring, Insidious,
Oh,
yeah.
Uh,
yeah.
Saw,
No.
like
What, Saw? He did Saw?
yeah, he did Saw. He's
Oh.
done like all the good scary movies that have come
Oh.
out in a long
Wait,
time.
so the guy who did The Conjuring is the same guy who did Saw?
I'm pretty sure like he's the writer. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. James Wan is the guy. He's the go-to
He's
guy.
that guy.
Yeah, he's that guy. He's him.
He's him.
I don't know how I've never heard this man's name before.
He produced Megan. You know, he did.
Megan was actually really good.
I still kind of want to see that.
I enjoyed it thoroughly. Like, it was a fun watch.
Anyways, the point is, go to that guy.
Okay,
You know,
cool.
So, Dead Island 2 gameplay shows off. Well,
We talked
I'm
about
actu-
that last week too.
did we
Didn't
talk about the game?
I think so.
we did.
That shit looks tight.
No,
though.
we didn't.
Yeah, we
What-
did.
No, because the gameplay got released after our show. I texted y'all about it and we talked about it.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, we didn't talk
Yeah.
about it last show. I know that for a fact.
Oh,
We talked
'Cause I
about some
checked-
Dead
I checked
Island
our-
last episode.
No.
Yes, we did. We literally did. I swear, dude. Look at the article release date.
No, I sent y'all the gameplay. It came out Friday. The gameplay, we talked about it Friday.
Did we?
Yes. We did not talk about it last show. I know for a fact.
Oh, that's
So,
Okay.
anyways,
All right, sorry.
Dead Island 2, a extended gameplay. I'm not going to read that article because it talks about just one specific part of the gameplay, but there was an extended gameplay trailer of it, and it looks absolutely gruesome and awesome.
looks really, really cool.
And I am super fucking stoked. Like, their whole little gore system with the zombies and the locational damage and stuff, like, it looks like it has a lot of potential. I'm not getting my hopes too high, but it's looking very good. Like a good hack and slash zombie game. Doesn't take itself too seriously.
I'm actually super excited.
Looks
about
very
it.
akin to Dead Island 1, like surprisingly, because we're dealing with like what, two developers
Yeah.
past now.
Dead Island 1 really wasn't my bag though. Like, I hope it's better
Same.
than that. You
I
know?
did not like it.
Like, it kind of has given me a little bit of Dead Rising too, with how playful the gameplay looks.
Yeah,
like, the
and all the
combat
different
stuff,
weapon
you know? Yeah.
options and stuff.
I really hope it's better than the first one. I think, I mean, obviously it'll be better than the first one, but I
Yeah.
hope it's enough better from the first one to feel like a different game. You know?
I'm just like honestly surprised so many people are hyped about it because of the fact that it's been through like 7 different fucking people and like the first one wasn't that good.
I really
It's
think
just
it's
like-
just the gameplay looking as good as it does. Like,
Even before the gameplay dropped, everyone's like, yeah.
Well, no,
I'm
I mean there were
excited.
some like myself. I remember enjoying Dead Island a lot, like back in the day.
I know a lot
Like
of people
there was
did.
a group that enjoyed the hell out of it.
I mean, they wouldn't have made like DLC for it and shit if it, you know.
Yeah.
That's from an era
I don't
where
know, it-
DLC wasn't just like pre-made before the game even came out. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. But yeah, go check it out. The gameplay looks very promising. So a lot of potential there.
Oh, show.
I'm definitely hyped about it.
Brilliant.
It was my turn. Okay. Japanese publisher Capcom has announced a game showcase, and it's coming up soon. The publisher will host its own dedicated.
All right.
I'm just saying now I'm not following that energy.
This is not the one.
That's not him, bro.
Shit.
Let's see. Yeah, no, it's happening March 9th, okay? So get ready for that, you know? The showcase will run for approximately 26 minutes. And Capcom will deliver... I'm sorry, I almost did it again. Capcom will deliver updates and new information about upcoming games. Viewers can expect updates on a range of upcoming Capcom games, including Resident Evil 4 Remake, Exo Primal, and the remaster of Ghost Trick.
What you
What?
call me?
I don't know. Also on tap are updates for the Xbox and PlayStation version of Monster Hunter Rise, and some news about Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. So, you know, probably a bunch of bullshit, but I am excited to see more about Resident Evil 4 Remake. It just gets more and more promising looking every time I see it, and I really want to know more about the VR mode. Like, I know that's probably not what they're going to show off, but that's what I want to know about. I'm very
Maybe a
curious.
segment of it. No.
I'm sure they'll do that at some sort of PlayStation
26
thing.
minutes isn't a lot.
No,
though.
it's really not.
Yeah.
And I'm betting a good 10 minutes of that is going to be fucking Resident Evil shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're going to be like, oh yeah, here's Exo Primal. Oh yeah, here's Ghost Trick.
It's a terrible name.
Here's the trick. This game is going ghost. Anyways, that's it. That's all I got. Or I got more, but I mean, you know,
That's
it's somebody else's
That's the
turn.
news.
I'm out of any interesting news.
Okay, so I'll pop off a couple here because I still got a good bit.
I got like 2 or 3.
So Redfall will have crossplay support across Xbox, Steam, Game Pass, and Epic Game Store. So that's good. It's gonna have
I would hope so.
Well,
So on PC, it will be able to play with other people playing. On
Yeah, I was
PC.
like, what?
well,
It's
no,
not really
but I
much
mean,
of crossplay,
we've run
right?
into issues before with crossplay compatibility between like Epic and Steam, though. I can't remember what game it was, but there's been games where, like, if you get it on different platforms on PC, they're not compatible between the two.
Really, I've never had that issue.
I forget what it was, or it wasn't.
No,
like,
you're talking about the what's the game where you Fall Guys? That was it. That's like the only
No,
one.
another one, Chivalry. We had the same issue with Chivalry as well.
Oh yeah, it's Chivalry.
Yeah, I couldn't play.
Didn't-
I had to switch to the Game Pass version to play.
But I think it's very rare. Is really the thing. Is like it's
then I guess I just had two recent examples. Then.
yeah, but I think they're.
You can't play Chivalry with other people.
No, like if you
I don't remember what it was
'Cause,
with
like,
Chivalry.
who or was it? It was some game. Somebody. I had it on Steam. Another one of our friends had it on Epic, and we could not play together unless we just found the same exact server to join, and then we could play together. But we could not add or be in the same party.
So really, the
oh
news
yeah, you
is.
can't like be like on each other's friends list, I guess. But you could search for.
But
the,
that's because that's an Epic game. Like those are Epic owned games.
Yeah, I know that like Rocket League.
No,
and,
this
like,
wasn't an
Fortnite
Epic
and
game,
stuff are all.
This wasn't an Epic owned game. It was just because it
and
was
most Epic
purchased on
owned
two
games
different
you can't even
platforms.
play on Steam. Like they won't.
Yeah.
You're not even gonna be able to download.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because yeah, that's a good point. Because like Rocket League, you can only play on Epic. You can't.
So
play
then
on
I have no fucking idea.
Um, did y'all know this Paradox announcement show? Did y'all hear anything about that?
No,
I didn't. I don't know. There was a couple different. Cities Skyline 2 was the biggest announcement from that.
That's a pretty big announcement.
Yeah, I mean, lots of people are big fans of the first City Skylines.
I know the VR was really popular.
So yeah, we're getting City Skylines 2 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, and PC later this year. So look forward to that. Hogwarts Legacy PS4 and Xbox One versions delayed to May 5th.
Damn dog.
From when?
So it was originally going to be April 4th, but now it got delayed to May 5th. So
I mean, that's a given though. I mean, that shit. It's gonna look so bad on those. Like I just can't imagine what that's gonna look like. It's gonna be like N64. They're gonna have that fucking like that look to what's his name? You're a wizard, Harry.
Oh, Hagrid.
It's gonna look like Hagrid, dude,
no, it's
from
not. It's not
PlayStation.
It's not going to look that bad.
I think it's gonna be actually better than you'd think. Like I think
Really?
it's gonna be probably like Steam Deck resolution, like 720p or so.
But that's native though on that small screen, so it looks good. You know
Well,
what
yeah,
I'm saying?
but it's gonna be blown up on a big screen because it's a PS4.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
know
So
what
it's gonna
I'm
look bad.
It's not gonna look bad. It's just not gonna look great. You know,
I don't think-
especially if
yeah.
you're on a 4K TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't think it's going to look as obvious. Yeah, obviously not as good as what we're getting right now. But
I'm thinking you're
them
gonna
spending
have
a little more time to. It sounds like they're optimization issues that they're fixing.
I think if you play it at like the lowest settings, you should be able to get like close to like 30 frames per second. Except I feel like there's probably a spot in the castle that will give you like frame dips on the
Yeah.
PS4. You know what I mean? I
Just
don't
in
know.
the forest too. Any foliage is always heavy on
Yeah.
rendering. So
Damn leaves.
Crunchyroll named Cyberpunk Edgerunners the best anime of 2022. So I
Nice.
thought that was pretty cool.
Did you see like the list of like the most watched animes that came from Crunchyroll?
No.
And it's insane. Like it's like all these like slice of life animes that are like the most popular
Really?
right now.
What?
Yeah. Like I apparently
I guess the world's depressing as fuck. Maybe
Yeah.
you just gotta watch some fucking.
no, I mean Attack on Titan was like number 9 or something. Like
What?
I think
This year?
and Edge Runners too. Yeah, Edge Runners was very low too, and I think they said it's something to do with like the generational gap. Apparently, like Gen Z just loves slice of life animes. Like, and I was like, what the fuck is
And
happening?
what would be some examples as like slice of life? Like Spy
one-
Family?
ones we've never watched.
Ones with like really long titles, like the
Like
one
that
time that I ended
volleyball
up.
one, or what?
yeah. I'm gonna look it up while you do you
Cooking
continue.
Wars.
Cooking. That's not slice of life
No, I
though.
know, that's
That's like a
just silly
fucking battle
fucking-
anime.
yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
There's Counter-Strike 2 rumors that are drumming up. People are pretty sure that Valve's gonna be announcing Counter-Strike 2 here soon. but it's just rumors.
Okay.
Sorry, I have a bunch here. Like I still have like
Now lay them out. Let's see
8
what else we
other freaking the Square Enix president to step down after controversial 10-year run defined by blockchain advocacy. So Square Enix has announced its intention to replace Yasuke Masuda as president and representative director, pending approval at the company's annual shareholders meeting in June. So, I don't know what kind of impact that's going to have. So, or why his run was controversial. During his 10-year run at Square Enix, President Matsuda oversaw the $300 million USD sale of the company's prominent Western development studios, Crystal Dynamics, Square Enix Montreal, and Eidos Montreal to Embracer Group.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Good old Crystal Dynamics, man. All right.
Go ahead, Brent. Yeah,
See what we got
like
here.
5.
Okay, we talked about Dead by Daylight. Oh, this is a fucking sad one for me.
Oh, what happened?
Telltale Games announced that it has delayed The Wolf Among Us 2 out of 2023.
Of course.
Which sucks, because 2023 just fucking started. You know what I mean?
that to me,
Like, you're going to push it all the way out of 2023? Like, goddamn.
that I don't think we're gonna see that game. I'm gonna be real with you. It's not gonna happen. Like, it's gonna be like one of those things where, like, Telltale came back literally like from death. Like, they were gone, and then they came back like last year, right? Something like at the beginning of the year, and then they announced this, and then now they're pushing it out of fucking. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think they're gonna just not exist again.
Oh man, no! I hope they bring it out. You know, I hope it comes out.
I hope so. I just all the like that news just tanked like every hype I had.
Look, it seems like they're transitioning from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal 5.
They just go to Unreal 3.
We're going back to Unreal 3.
Hold on. I found that anime list. So this was Anime of the Year 2022.
Just by viewer count and everything?
Just on viewer count. On some, I guess, some like, I don't even know what this comes from technically. But a bunch of anime people were posting it. So number 1 is Baki the Rock, which is like a slice of life. Number 2 is Summertime Rendering, another slice of life. 3, Licorice Recoil, another slice of life. 4 is Kaguya-sama, Love is War, ultra romantic.
Oh, yeah. No.
5 is My Dress Up Darling. 6 is Mob Psycho, which is not slice of life.
Mob Psycho is
7,
fantastic fucking anime. If you haven't seen that one, it's really good.
I haven't seen it.
Cyberpunk Edge Runners is number 10. Spy Family's 9. Chainsaw Man is 8. 7 is Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2.
Pretty fun. I watched a little bit of that.
I read the whole manga too.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So the latter half of the top 10 is like good shit, and then the
the first one might be good. I don't know. I haven't heard.
What was the
I'm not saying it's bad shit. I'm just saying it's not like your like
typical.
Baki the Rock might be that shit.
Wait,
bro,
what was number 1?
Number 1 is Baki the Rock.
Oh, okay.
Baki the Rock, and like just look at the pictures.
Check it out. You know what I mean?
That's the.
Let me see Baki the Rock. Hold up.
That like.
Yeah, I was confused because you went like down and then you skipped to 10 and then went up and I was like, wait, what?
Just the fact that Edge Runners was number 10 on the list of most popular. You know what I'm saying?
Really weird.
Or anime of the year.
It was such a good anime,
and it's based on voting. This was all that's what this was. It was based on voting. For the site though, for the anime
maybe
site.
It's fucking really good, dude.
For total votes.
But I mean, like, how many people went and voted? Like
100,000. Wait, 115,000.
Maybe it's not that the slice of lives are really popular. Maybe they're just making really good slice of life animes, right?
Yeah,
now,
there were 18 nominees for the year.
I mean, I'm not
and
knocking
this is based
them.
on 115,996 votes. So that's a shit ton of votes.
That's a lot of votes,
I wonder
man.
how many people total watch anime now. Like, it's gone.
Everyone.
It's gained
A
some
lot,
fucking.
yeah.
Everybody watching.
Sure, I
it.
got at
Y'all
least
remember
one
when watching
anime,
anime used to be weird and it was like looked down upon?
Yeah.
There's a lot, and like being a video game nerd and shit. Now it's all like cool.
Yeah.
Like we got fucking bullied for that shit.
I guess things change whenever everybody depends on technology.
Social
Dude,
media.
I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't bully people for watching anime, but I thought like anime outside of like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh was and Dragon Ball Z was dumb as fuck when I was in high school, and yeah, I was like, no, I ain't gonna watch all that shit.
I never hated on it, but no, I didn't watch much anime in high school. But then, like right after high school, for some reason, I got big into it.
I remember Bleach. Bleach was the only thing outside of like the normal anime that I
Yeah.
ever watched, and I was like, this is actually kind of
Jamel
ass.
got me into anime. He was like, "You gotta check out Death Note." And I was like, "Okay." And
Was
Yeah,
I the
well-
one that got you in the Death Note?
yeah.
Really?
All of my anime.
For some reason, I
bef-
thought you got me into
No,
that.
you got
So
me
who
in.
got me into
I don't know, you texted me like out of nowhere one day. And you're like, "Check out Death
Oh,
Note."
yeah. Because I was like, dude, it blew my mind. Because I watched it, and I was like, what the fuck?
This is crazy.
I was like, it's good, and it's like a movie that like we just never watched. Like a good, it'd be like a 10 out of 10 movie that you just skipped over and
Yeah.
like never thought
Yeah.
twice about. But anyways,
See, like all my anime watching before I got like a streaming service was just like whatever I saw on Toonami and stuff.
yeah, same.
So like the
We
normal.
watched a lot of Cowboy
American-
Bebop when we were kids. You know.
yeah, but we didn't watch it. We just saw it.
we tuned in
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
it would come on Adult
Yeah.
Swim. You know?
Remember
Yep.
that one like anime I guess like what was called like Nocturnal Emissions. Do you remember that? Like it was like an anime fucking slot on TV called Nocturnal
Yes,
Emissions.
and it had some far out anime on
Just
it.
weird ass shit.
I
Yeah.
think I do remember that.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
And
so
it also had some
random.
R-rated anime on there. And like when I was a kid, I was like, ha ha ha. Like,
Literally why I think we watched it.
I think yes.
No doubt.
It's just
I'm
like some
almost
random,
100% sure.
We're like, we got to see what this is.
Because I caught it one night and I saw some anime boobs and I was like 10 or something and I was just like, what?
Yeah, it's
I was,
actually
like,
surprising.
Young.
Like I think when I was a kid, I thought there was way more like weird like nudity stuff going on in anime than there actually is.
Bro, I
Yeah.
thought there was just more weird nudity stuff going on just normal TV.
Yeah,
you know?
the-
Like I'd see like a rap video come on. There's this content is not suitable for the.
You'd
I'm
think,
like,
oh god,
shit,
I'm gonna get in
boobs!"
trouble.
Like we're doing this. Buckle up, fucking, let's go.
Yeah,
I watched
like-
like an hour of music videos just trying to see some boobs. You know what I mean?
Dude, the
Like,
good old days, man.
Yeah,
now,
man.
every kid's probably got a
Yeah, it's
smartphone
too
and can look at all
easy.
the fucking porn they
Yeah.
want. Like back then, like
we
we
went
had to
through
be
some effort
creative
to
about
see
it.
some
Yeah,
boobs, bro.
I remember being a little
Creative.
kid. Like I was like 9 or 10 years old, and me and my little brothers, like we for whatever reason, we were home at the house completely alone, and we had just gotten a computer not too long ago with internet access, and so we Googled
Slow
boobs.
Ass.
We Googled
You
boobs.
typed in the word.
And or it was either boobs or Playboy or something. We had heard about Playboy, and when we went to the site, it had the "Are you 18?" We're like, oh, "No, we're not. Oh no, they're gonna know." And like
Yeah,
we
the
tried to,
FBI
like,
kicks in your door, like just.
dude, we were
know you're not. 18.
we were freaking out. We closed the browser down, but we didn't know how to delete history at that point, and we spent the rest of the day just stressing because we were like, "Oh God, like Dad's gonna come home, he's gonna find out, and we're gonna be grounded. This and that, da da da. Like we're fucked. Like this is it. This is the end." And we were stressing the whole day. He never saw it. Like never saw the search history. Nothing.
That's
Your-
fucking.
Your dad gets on and he's like, I don't remember this link. Just like out of his 90 others that are like, he's like, clicks on it. And
Fucking-
he's like, oh.
But yeah, the good old days.
Yeah. Anyways, what else you got?
So I actually just found out about this game today, going through some news. So there's this free-to-play shooter that's going to be coming out. It's going into closed beta. Or it's actually in closed beta now. You can request access to it on Steam. It's called The Finals.
The
And-
finals.
Yeah, it's made by some ex-Battlefield developers, and it's a first-person shooter with just over-the-top, like, destruction. Like everything is super, super destructible, and it's going to be a super, like, I could easily see this becoming an esports if they really nail like all the components to the game.
And it's playable right now?
No, you can request access to the closed beta. It's in closed beta right now. I don't know when it's going into open beta, but I was watching some like big streamers. They played it, and it looks fantastic.
That sounds
And I see a
cool.
lot of potential. Like, and it looks really good. It looks like it plays really good, and the destruction, it looks badass. And the game, it's like set up like a game show competition type deal.
Ooh.
Like you're in this big arena, but it's like buildings, tall like buildings and stuff. and there's like an announcer and like banners and shit flying over, and you're like being watched by a competitor or like being watched by folks. But like the way it's set up, it gives it a very like game show-esque feel to it. But it plays like a really good shooter, and
That sounds dope,
and the destruction looks awesome. There's like you can pick different like types of characters, like light, middleweight kind of, and heavyweight, and they've all got different attributes. Like the lightweight class can have a grapple hook and a knife and go invisible and stuff. Meanwhile, the heavyweight can like do this fucking Hulk smash and like just like storm through a fucking building. And
that's cool.
the destruction, I saw one streamer, they caved a whole damn floor on top of him, and he couldn't fucking move and was trapped there for a little bit until his teammates busted him out and stuff like that.
Oh, that's really cool.
And like it's the particle effects, like there's debris flying everywhere. There's a bunch of different, there's the usual like AKs, RPGs, C4, Uzis. These are just the weapons that I saw. A flamethrower. There's a grapple hook. There's zip lines throughout the map and stuff. There's different abilities that you can throw down. You can have a healer on the team. Somebody can throw down these jump pads and stuff to like traverse. It looks really fucking cool.
What's it called?
The Finals.
The Finals.
Look it up.
Okay.
Watch the trailer is like super like over the top. There's a lot of shit happening. It's kind of hard to see really anything in the trailer, honestly. Look up more like Jack Frags and Tomographic did some really good gameplay videos on it.
Yes, those guys. Jack Frag. I've literally never heard of them.
Oh, they're two pretty big streamers.
I need to get into the stream.
They're FPS streamers. I don't watch a lot of streamers, but I do catch some of the FPS streamers like Stone Mountain, Tomographic, Jack Frags, those guys, which may not even be that big. It just might be the content that gets pushed towards me. I'm not sure.
I gotta, like whenever you were mentioning all the weapons and whatnot, I have noticed something that made a comeback this year, and that's Uzis. I feel like Uzis were a huge thing back in the 90s.
Right.
Everybody
Like-
loves a good Uzi.
No, but like specifically in the 90s, like every bad guy had an
And an
Uzi.
Uzi,
You know,
yeah.
like you never
Pulp Fiction,
fucking.
the fucking Uzis. you
Yeah,
know?
that's like one of those things that I thought like that whole meme format of like I thought was going to be a bigger problem when I grew up. Like I thought Uzis were just a thing that like that bad guys just had. Now everybody's got a Glock. You know, like you don't hear about Uzis like
Yeah.
like
Got
who
that
the
Nina.
Glock's the new Uzi, you know?
yeah, who the fuck just has Uzis?
Nobody. But the Uzi's making a comeback. You said it yourself.
Well, it's making a comeback in
In
video
Early
games.
2000s, it was
Yeah.
the Desert Eagle for a
Yeah,
little while,
dude,
you know?
just fucking just
Hey.
two desert
Golden
eagles.
The
yeah.
bad guy always had a Desert Eagle, you
Just
know?
call it double deagles, dude. Like it's just like crazy.
It
But-
went from Uzis to Desert Eagles to Glocks. They're getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah, because people realize it's a lot less cool to have a big, bulky, like fucking dumbass gun. Whenever you could have this, it's like iPhones. Like everybody.
Is that the case though? Is that really?
I think it is.
I think the new hot gun is going to be even smaller. We're evolving towards what are the little like hooker pistols?
Little
The-
pea shooters.
hooker pistol.
you know what I'm talking about? That holds like 2 bullets. You know, that's going to be the new thing.
The pin gun is
It's
going to
gonna
be
gangster
super popular.
you're just gonna have like a pocket full of those shits, and you're just gonna shoot 2 shots and throw it.
That's
and
not very.
I don't
What?
think anything's. I think. I think it's just gonna stay at the Glock, just because they're so like reliable. I
Are
think
we talking
that's what
about
it
real
is.
life applications here? For
We're talking about movie bad guys and real life
Oh,
bad
Yeah,
guys.
I think the Glock. I think people have gotten more realistic about their likings. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like that's why in movies they get more and more like. If you go and look at like fucking Trigger, you know, like discipline back in the 90s, none of that shit existed. In movies, everybody's just got their finger on the trigger constantly, like at all times. When they're holding the gun, their finger's just like just a fucking tiny little bit of pressure away from just fucking blasting off for no reason. But like now everybody's like holding their guns like they've been
Well,
trained and shit.
dude,
Like it's insane.
Even pictures of the Taliban have come out, and they have.
Yeah, they have fingers.
They're
just-
holding all their
it's like-
guns like.
It's like insane.
Which
like,
I mean, there was enough videos coming out of them accidentally blowing each other's heads off because they
But they
weren't.
figured out, they're
practicing.
like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
they're
we probably
like,
shouldn't
Yeah.
our finger on the trigger, you know, at all times. But like that's some funny shit to me. Like just going back and seeing like 90s like movie posters and everybody's just fucking clamping down on the trigger. 'Cause they're like trying to be stealthy, like walking. You'd like constantly just hear guns popping off like every time you were like walking down an alley, you know, because people were accidentally firing them, you know, trying to be stealthy and shit. But I don't know. It's just funny to me. And everybody holds the guns properly now. In the 90s, they'd just be shooting shotguns like with, you know, one hand. And like now, and like The Rock would just flip it over and just fucking pump the shotgun with his fucking, you know, armpit and shit. You don't see that in movies anymore.
I think it would just be faster to just like.
That was a reference to Walking Tall, huh?
Yeah,
I think it was Walking Tall.
Definitely
Yeah.
Walking Tall. Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't remember if it was Walking Tall or The Rundown. Is Running
Dude,
Down or
both-
Walking Tall?
Both of those movies are fantastic.
I
Now
like
I'm
The
starting to
Rundown.
think maybe it was the Rundown.
It was The Rundown, I think.
I thought it was
No, was it Walking
No,
Tall?
because in Walking Tall, he had a
He has
point
a-
to not use weapons.
Yeah,
or
he-
not
that's
use guns.
right. That's where
he
he
had
has
that
the bat
fucking
thing. Yeah.
it was like a 4x4. Or
He was
something.
basically
okay.
Batman in that movie. But like,
That's right.
yeah, so
And then the
was
rundown,
The
a little bit
Rundown.
of thunder, a little bit of lightning.
Yeah, good times.
Good
times.
movies.
We're getting a lot of nostalgia going on in
Yeah.
this episode.
Brent, do you have any more?
No, I actually don't.
Okay. So last one here. Minecraft is getting a semi-decent update. Minecraft
Ooh,
1.2.
I've seen this.
Yeah, Minecraft 1.2 update titled Trails and Tales gives us camels. We
What?
have camels in
That's
Wow.
what we always needed
Absolutely.
in Minecraft, you know?
So, Logan playing over at IGN, Minecraft has revealed new details about its upcoming 1.2 update, which is now titled Trails and Tales. The new version is set to introduce a handful of fresh features, including a new biome, a new friendly mob, and more. The developer said this expansion is, quote, all about self-expression through representation, storytelling, and world building.
The fuck does that even mean?
Who the
But
fuck
I
knows? don't know.
like we're throwing camels in there. All about representation, diversity, and saving the planet. It's
Get
like
some camels.
yeah. We added cocoa fruit. It's like, what the fuck does that?
The cocoa melon babies are just dancing.
Oh God, no. It's like, oh God.
Oh, God. Well, that's all I
Oh,
got.
jeez.
All right. Well, that's it for this week's video game news. I don't know if it was the hottest news, but it's there. We got some news.
There's news.
There was some hot news.
There was a little bit of
Couple-
interesting tidbits.
A couple of warm news.
Definitely
nuggets.
keep your eye out on finals.
This week's
If
warmest
that one
news.
catches, especially because it looks so good as a free to play,
The way you described it made it sound dope.
dude. It looks like it's going to be way over the top and very super fast paced. But I could see people getting absolutely addicted to this game. I could see myself getting addicted. It looks like it's going to be very competitive, and it looked like a decent shooter. It's a little bullet spongy, but that adds a little bit more to the competitive nature of it. So
Oh yeah.
For sure.
definitely, yeah, go check it out.
So let's get on over to this week's hot releases, where we know for a fact we are getting Metroid Fusion coming to the Switch Online on the 8th. So that's going up pretty soon. And then there's like a Peaky Blinders VR game coming out on the I think it was the 10th.
There ain't no way that's gonna be good.
I think I looked at a little bit like a semi trailer of it, and no. I mean, if it's like free, I'll try it.
Let me see.
Yeah, right.
Because I love me some Peaky Blinders.
Wow.
Have you watched any more of that show?
No, I haven't. It's coming on the 9th. It's called Peaky Blinders: The King's Ransom.
You're being a real wanker over there, aren't you?
Peaky Blinders.
Boy.
Wait, I always go Australian.
Yeah, I know.
Peaky Blinders. Oi, mate. Welcome to
Crikey.
Crikey. Peaky Blinders and the King's Ransom. No, but anyways, yeah, that's coming out March 9th. And that's it for this week's hot releases. There's literally nothing else good coming out this week. Devin, I believe you have the trivia this week.
I believe I do too.
Shoot.
Let me see here. I actually got.
Tributize me, Captain.
So
yeah.
this one really surprised me.
What? It's okay. Are we doing multiple? Or are we doing
No, there's no
okay.
multiple choice.
I
on
like
this one.
that. I like.
So okay, so what? Like very popular video game was a spin-off, originally a spin-off of Prince of Persia.
Oh, Assassin's Creed.
God damn it! All right, fine.
Very simple.
I knew that. He was just too fast.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you ever read that one in the past, like you ain't gonna forget that one. Okay, and then the other one, because I like to do statistics and stuff, or what is the highest grossing video game of all time?
Like,
The
just
highest-
like brought in the most money
Tetris.
The highest grossing used to be. It's not
of all time.
of all time.
Oh, fuck. Is it
Like
the game or franchise?
It's a game.
Okay.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Nope.
It's actually Minecraft.
Nope.
Damn.
Mm-mm.
Hold on. Give us each one more.
Hang on. No, give
This is
me like
tough.
4 more. Hold up. Pac-Man.
Nope.
No, yeah,
Highest
okay. If Tetris used to
grossing.
be the highest, but
Go ahead,
it
Jamal.
got
Nope. No.
Highest grossing.
I would never have guessed this one.
is it Call of Duty?
Nope.
Okay, hold up. Wait for it.
It's gotta be something.
It's something.
And-
Is it a modern game? Okay, give me a clue. Is
No,
it-
as of 2022, it's the highest grossing.
No, but
highest-
he's saying is the game a modern game?
I think, or it's
Like, would you consider this
Oh.
game
has
modern?
did it come out in the last 10 years?
I don't. I think so. Hold on. I don't know much about this game, honestly.
What?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've never
Give
played
me
it.
the release date.
I almost don't believe this
Or
is
the
the highest
release
grossing game of all time because I'm pretty sure.
Well, now, so most of the players are Asian, or come from Asia. Like most of the
you're saying it's a very popular game in a
No.
different place.
It came out in 2016.
Dota?
Mm.
No.
Came out in 2016.
No, it's- no,
not
it's
League of Legends. No.
No, 'cause
don't
those are
tell us.
free to
Don't
play.
tell us. Don't tell us. Yeah, they could still have made a lot of money though.
That's true.
Hold
And
up.
it's a like an online game too.
Don't tell us. It's not World of Warcraft. It's
Nope.
not. It's not.
This is
Hold on.
too
Hold on.
hard.
Wait for it. It's not.
Very popular in Asian
Oh man. What?
circles.
Yeah, it has grossed $20 billion worldwide, mostly in Asia, as of
All
2022.
right. What's it called?
Dungeon Fighter Online.
Yeah, I would have
I
never.
would've
won
literally
that. What
never
the
Yeah,
guess that.
exactly.
is
Yeah,
that?
I was super surprised too.
Dungeon Fighter Online.
And you're
Yeah.
sure this is the highest grossing game of all time?
Yep.
Is it dope?
Yeah, because it said yeah, which is
Hold up.
it was
I wanna
previously
see if it's
held by
dope.
Pac-Man and Space Invaders, and like Tetris was also up there in GTA.
Dungeon Fighter 2, you said?
Dungeon Fighter Online,
Oh.
probably because of like in-game purchases, if I had to imagine.
Oh, I gotta see this.
How do
I just don't
wanna
believe
play
this.
It. That's what
Wouldn't that be the highest selling game?
No, I put highest grossing because like that doesn't just include like copies sold. It's also purchases in the game. Like how much revenue has this game generated?
Because I could have swore Grand Theft Auto was like Grand Theft Auto 5
No, it's up there.
or Minecraft.
GTA 5's up there on the highest selling game, like as far as copies are concerned.
Yeah,
I did highest grossing, so like just like the total revenue from it.
that's so weird to me.
They must be selling a lot of like DLC. That's
Or like
Yeah,
microtransactions.
highest as far
or-
as sales is Minecraft.
weird. Look, this is like gameplay from it. It appears.
There's absolutely no. I'm gonna have to call China. Be like, what the fuck are you guys doing over there?
But yeah, supposedly it has grossed $20 billion worldwide.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Well,
Look, man, I don't make the facts. Okay.
no, I know. I'm mind blown. But anyways, remember, guys, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of GameSpeakPodcast.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast platforms, but you can watch it live before anyone else on Twitch.tv/GameSpeak Podcast every Monday evening at 7:50 p.m. CST or on Facebook.com/group/GameSpeak Podcast. Be sure to join us and the rest of the GameSpeak community at dsc.gg/GameSpeak Podcast. Check out our other video content on YouTube. And if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle Jafra Jamel, Brent at Brent has one, that's the number 1, and Devin at Devondrius. And check out the GameSpeak Podcast Instagram. Until next time,